I've had the hunger to fill up my lungs with marijuana, cause I wanna never go younger. I wanna stay on top, smoking the pop, producing hip-hop. But the haters wanna stop me, but I'll never stop mine. Lyrics got me cryptic shit that you shouldn't witness. Twisted, vicious, not fictitious. I've been making cops suspicious. This is written under the influences of my medicine, so I suggest that you just pass the bong and then let me hit this. Bubbling bong, brother, I'm strong, yeah, I'm getting utterly mung. People say it shouldn't be done, why do they try to be killing my fun? I like a microphone with me whenever I like to cone, you see, cause when I hear a note I beat, whenever I may be smoking weed, depending on the potency, it helps to be a pro MC. Nobody can hold this piece of poetry and foes believe, whether you be close to me or even if you're overseas. I'll gladly say this openly, I'm taking over globally. I'll get round to it one of these days. It's a factor, lyrically I am a pro. I'm the master, nobody can deny me my flow. You better pasta, marijuana around the microphone. You know I'm in the zone when I'm smoking the homegrown. I'm smoking grasper, smoking it in quarters a pound. And when it's backed up, with bitches in the bassline sound, you can act up. This ain't addictive and satisfying when you're living in the life of a Rastafarian. I'm a veteran, inevitably better than anyone, with a shred of evidence of being excellent. Haters be hesitant, messing with the president. Evidently that's me, never be bad to anyone till they turn nasty. I think calmly, don't wake up till 3:30. So really I've only got half a day to get angry. There ain't no plan B, smoking the gang see me ripping these lyrics whenever I smoke to a damn beat. The heart beats whenever my pen and pad meet. It's hard to for you to ever understand me. I have weed in the pocket by my arse cheek, but last week I lost it within the car seat. It had me very angry, and if you see me on the streets, don't ask me if you can have some from me. You even offer money, and no, if I'm with a mate, it don't mean you can have threes. Fuck it, go on then. Hurry up, hurry up. It's a factor, lyrically I am a pro. I'm the master, nobody can deny me my flow. You better pasta, marijuana around the microphone. You know I'm in the zone when I'm smoking the homegrown. I'm smoking grasper, smoking it in quarters a pound. And when it's backed up, with bitches in the bassline sound, you can act up. This ain't addictive and satisfying when you're living in the life of a Rastafarian. You shouldn't smoke weed, it's bad for your memory. And if you are an MC, well then you are gonna be arguably the biggest failure in our family tree. Hard to believe actually, ain't my dad in this tree. People be criticizing, but don't be dissing till you've tried it. Anyone who has, they can't deny that life is nicer, flying higher. Plenty of lyricists that I know got wicked records and they smoke the dope. I guess I get better with every talk, but my ex got better with every bloke. When there's a beat right ahead of me, yo, I get setting them many and enemy go. My enemy deadly, so enemies know I'm not threatening you, I'm just letting you know. Nobody can get ahead of me though, I'm open to challenges, let it be known. Step up to me and I'm ready to blow, I'm like a time bomb with a second to go. Domination, on the mic I cause annihilation. I kill with lyrical assassination, I get a feel cause it's a fascination. And half the nation's admirations aimed at fucking fashion statements. Spot this rap sensation about to make a mass invasion. Eventually anyway. It's a factor, lyrically I am a pro. I'm the master, nobody can deny me my flow. You better pasta, marijuana around the microphone. You know I'm in the zone when I'm smoking the homegrown. I'm smoking grasper, smoking it in quarters a pound. And when it's backed up, with bitches in the bassline sound, you can act up. This ain't addictive and satisfying when you're living in the life of a Rastafarian. Rastafarian, living in the life of a Rastafarian. Rastafarian.
Yes, people. MC Burberry. Shirley, the one and only MC Burberry. More from him later. Starting to like him, like that's a bit of a grower, don't you think? The chorus on that one. I know it's about smoke and chong and all that, but they've seen some new names in here tonight. But let me go back to this because there's some crazy behaviour going on here. I know Adam's in, he means business. Hopefully the gaffer will be in soon. Try to goad him out to take his title back. Held by Sean Wayne at the minute. Big G, yeah, crazy behaviour going on here. I was reading it. Is that fact notification big in Big G up? Saying how funny he is and that. Wow. It's YouTube, man. See, we've got Salty Nuts in the house there. Salty Nuts. Cracking name, that one. Anyone there? Anyone got any others like that? I thought one the other day. You know, we've got Pollyanna. What about polyester? Polyester? Fact, come on, mate. We'll do this quiz, which obviously is the main focus, yeah. But after the quiz, I'll try to get through it reasonably fast. But afterwards, we'll have a bit of banter, you know what I mean? Give fact notification some, got to give him some ammunition, you know. Needs to bounce off someone. Dodge the Badger. Shirley Keeler. Not seen Shirley in here before. Don't know if she's part of the Tim raid. I know this fella though. It certainly is. I think Davey 90 knows MC Burberry. Smoking Chong. Richard Reed. I think Richard's a quizzer. Oh, he likes it. David's Cafe. Oh, Tim sent you over. Well, David, if you haven't been here before, this is the hard school of quizzes. The questions aren't crazy hard or anything, you know, handpicked. But we just have a few different rules, you know what I mean? Like, we just do it differently, me and Tim. Big love, Tim, by the way. Yes, Peggy. Go on, Peggy. Get up there. Big G's going crazy there with the old sausage fingers, been timing people out already. Yeah, somebody's been doing naughty things like in the background. Jamie Sawyer was blocked. You little buggers. I don't know who did that. I can't think of anyone who would do that, you know. Crazy behaviour there. Maybe it was a slip of the finger. Yes, we're going to get on about these before I forget. So, Mr. Slim Reaper, yeah, #1 follower of the moon, do you know what I mean? Was always grafting, man, for the channel and that. Became the first member when the memberships come out about 6 weeks ago. Slim was there straight away. It's quite an exclusive club as well, Slim, because you were the only member, mate. Well, there was Kira, who is a tiller in the chat there. She stopped the membership, and I know she still comes in as well. Maybe she did it by accident and got excited one night or just realised that was shit. But yeah, without going too far off track, memberships. So the other night, I think it was Saturday night, fired the live up while we were watching the boxing, me and Louise, and it ends up being quite good. But at the start, you know, when you remember, you're green, yeah. So I knew Slim was a member, so Slim comes in the chat and he was green, but then Smithers comes in and Moggles are green. I was like, what the hell? Smithers, even though he's a tight bastard, like, I could understand, you know what I mean? Like, when we mates, he thought, I'll be a member, you know what I'm saying? And anyway, I think that's what's happened. Oh yeah, Slim has gifted 5. I don't know how he's done it. I know you can because I've seen it happen on Fighting Irish. But Slim's gifted. Look at Dave, how cool Dave looks in green. I don't know if he's green in the chat. I don't know if he's green on the screen now. But yeah, he's gifted 5. He said 5 memberships, but as far, there's still 2 memberships floating about. So I'm looking for somebody to go green, or 2 people. So at the minute, there's Dave, Smithers, Slim Reaper, and Moggles, who I have a feeling Moggles doesn't even know yet. But yes, here she is. Attila, aka Kira M. I don't know. Are you going to actually change your name back, Kira, or because you've got to wait a couple of weeks, haven't you? I tell you what, Slim. Have you checked Dave out in green? How cool he looks, man. Go on, Dave, lad. This Stokesy, the queen of the quizzes. Yeah, yeah. I'm going to be tonight. I am going to be. Tell, I tell you, I'm going to be tonight. Oh, that's not even straight. That I tell you, I'm going to be tonight. I forgot his name already. Got it already. Macaroni. Even forgot his first name as well. We signed him. He was the hero of this 2000 season when we got to the. No, it wasn't 2000. Oh yeah, it was 2000. I think. When we got to the Europa League final with anyone who didn't see Middlesbrough that season. Oh man, I think it was back in the day when I think it was Channel 4, Channel 5 used to show you the Europa League games. Oh, Middlesbrough just had some amazing like nights at the Riverside. You'll never get nights like that again. And all right, Steph, how you doing, matey? How you doing, matey? Big up there, Steph. How you doing, nutter? Yeah, you'll never see nights like that at the Riverside again, man. I could sit and watch every game. Hey, we've got 25 in here. Respect. Oh, here he is. Here he is. Sean, just before, I don't want you to wait. I don't want you to waste like a couple of hours or however long it takes. So I'll let you know now that even though I haven't seen Barry yet, I have seen Adam Sky, and I think he means business, mate. So hopefully you're up for it. Cheeky chops. Cheeky chops. Yeah, we're going to get this quiz started in a minute because I don't want to. I know some of you don't like listening to my drivel, but we'll get sorted out here. So I think we all know the rules, don't we? Yes, knobhead. Pick up the knobhead. Knobhead's in the house. A few knobheads in the house, actually. Yeah, I think most of you, barring a few who've come from Tim's, will know the rules. Not too strict on the spelling, but it can't be ridiculously wrong, you know, because a lot of the times I've got to make decisions. So I think I'm quite fair with them. So spelling, but we can't have abbreviations, you know what I mean? Just the correct spelling and fast fingers is always going to be a winner for me, you know what I mean? I can guarantee the Big G will have me head battered anyway. So we'll go for 4 rounds, right? 4 rounds of 10 questions. Each question's 1 point. So you've got a maximum of 10 points. It's the first 3 correct answers, like within reason, like being sensible, you know. The first 3 answers are on my screen, and I know everyone knows that apart from the new ones, sometimes what's on my screen won't match what's on your screen, or you might be ahead of the person who's, you know, it might be the other way around on my tablet. And there's no way around it. Yes, Tim, there's no way around it. All I can do must be a internet thing. That's all I can think of. But because we don't want one person getting it right fastest, we give it the first 3 anyway. It makes it a little bit harder for me, but I think you're all right, mate. I'm not too sure why you wouldn't be. Quite funny when you get good. I tell you what, let's have a little mention about Ice, because he is funny anyway. But he's particularly funny when he's in a chat and Laura Kay is on the panel, or it's Laura, you know, little Laura Kay. Honestly, watch Ice in her chat. I can't. I want to do it. The voice when you read him in the chat, he'll say something like, "Going for a drinky poos, Laura, where is it? Laura Wara Woo Woo, going for a drinky poos." You know what she's like, but Ice takes the piss, like, quite funny. And I always find myself like chuckling away there. Yeah, big up the salty nuts there with the 3-barreled name. Cheers, Tim, for doing that Tim raid, mate. No, just before we get going, I looked at, I knew you're live every night, Tim. But I looked at your 7 o'clock one. It didn't say quiz in it, did it? And so I thought, right, I'll do a quiz tonight. And so I've just finished like my 3 days, which is always like buzzing, you know what I mean? So I'm off for a few days now. Yeah, it's more like it, Slim. That'll be it. Yeah, but cheers for that, Tim, mate. Like I say, you ended up doing the quiz in the end, but you didn't have it in your title, I'm pretty sure. But it's all good, man. It's all good and love more, isn't it? Yes, mermaid. Right. We're going to get this started. I've given the big hitters a chance to come in. It's down to business, I think. So if we're all ready, you know, for the first few answers, I'll have to write people's names down, you know. I should maybe do it beforehand, but just how I've always done it, right? 4 rounds, 10 questions around. And we are going, mixing it up a bit. We've got pop culture for 1 round, science and nature. And then it'll be general knowledge. And I haven't decided yet, maybe geography or, I don't know, geography or science and nature again. I don't know. I like them questions. Right, here we go. Current champion Sean Wayne is in. He is in to defend his title. Let's see how it goes. Then, question number 1, and this is science and nature. Yeah. For 1 point, first 3 answers. What is the fruit of a horse chestnut tree called? What is the fruit of a horse chestnut tree called? Going past Nutter's bedtime there. Bed's calling him. Yeah, I thought all them answers come through at once there. Look. So I'd say with David's Caffey's either got a great connection or he's shit up fast with his fingers. So he might be one to watch out for. He's got this one wrong, like, but he is fast. Not bad. Not bad. First point on the board, not bad. It is conker. It's the conker, comes from the horse chestnut tree. And second was Matt Wotton. Try saying that with a mouthful of marbles. Matt Wotton. Oh, Kira was fast. You were fast, Kira, but you weren't right. Mermaid, you were fast as well. But 3rd point, Dodge the Badger was 3rd. Closely followed by, Smithers, you didn't get it right, man. Who said Acorn? You absolute batty. Right. Let's have a look. Fact, you were right, mate. Big G, you were right. Stokesy, yeah, I would have give you that. So this this is the type of thing that I would have gave, you know, as conqueror if Sean Wayne gets it right, but he's just warming up, isn't he? Just warming up. Right, question number 2. What does the Rex part of the name Tyrannosaurus Rex mean? What does the Rex part of the name Tyrannosaurus Rex actually mean? I like them, liking the new emojis, liking them. It was conquer, man, you batty. Right, loads of answers coming in, and I can see 3 correct ones. Yeah, he's back. It doesn't take Sean long to warm up. Rex actually means king. I didn't know that. So I've learned something tonight. Nice one, Matt. Respect, mate. Respect. Hopefully, stay a bit longer next time. David's Cafe, it wasn't small. Nutters at it again, didn't he? You know, Nutter who confesses he doesn't like quizzes. Yet he has won one of the Moon's quizzes. So Sean Nutter. In fact, I don't know whether you're talking to somebody called Emma in the chat or or you're off with the jokes. Kira, unlucky. Big G likes to get the points in early, you know. He's another slow starter. Yeah, you get there in the end, Dave. Still like loving the green though, Dave. Looks cool that. Question number 3. Who co-founded Microsoft with Bill Gates? Who co-founded Microsoft with Bill Gates? Didn't know this one either. Yes, John Beck. How you doing, man? Big up, John. Been on a few panels recently there, John. Nutter, don't start with that. Who co-founded Microsoft with Bill Gates? So this could be the first. Be the first stickler. So I think the first, it's not Steve Jobs, but Mermaid, you were the first to even have a guess there. John thinks it's Steve Jobs as well. Matt thinks it's somebody Wozniak, but it isn't. Dave? Ooh, few people are thinking Wozniak here. It's not Elon Musk. So you would think a lot of people would know this, wouldn't you? Like 2 people who invented. Why does everyone know Bill Gates, but they don't know the other fella? We've got 1. We've got 2. We've got 2 correct answers. Two correct answers, people. So here's your chance to have a quick look up the chat and copy off someone. That's what Big G normally does. And I think, Nobed, you've just done that because you were the third. You were the third. Going back up the chat. Yes, Joanna, how are you doing, Joanna, up there? You and Jeff are all right, Lady Flat Capper, how are you doing? We certainly are. You've only missed 3 questions. It's nothing for you, that. Was Paul Allen, by the way. Paul Allen was the answer. Paul Allen, Bill Gates, John Beck. Point for you, mate. And who else was it? Sean Wayne was first. Just made him wait a little bit there, you know. Sweating a bit there when he thinking, come on, man. With the going backward shit, like. Question 4. What is the gas in a party balloon that gives you a squeaky voice? What is the gas in a party balloon that can give you a squeaky voice? And I think this is a rare fastest finger first job, isn't it? I think we all know this one. This is where you see who's got them fast fingers. Of course, it is helium. Helium, we've all done it, like, haven't we? Yeah, it's one of them things, isn't it? I reckon Big G probably just does it like himself, you know, on a weekend, just goes and gets one of them balloons, just sits and laughs to himself. Cheeky Chops. Cheeky Chops was first. Great name there, Cheeky Chops. Attila, yes, you're on the board. You're on the board. He was probably sat there with a few balloons there now, to be honest. It hurts me to say it, like, but it was Big G was third. Dodge, you were right behind. Slim, you were next. Yeah. Fax is warmer. Fax needs to warm up a bit tonight. I think must have stuff on his mind. Right, question 5. Echolocation involves bats using which sense to locate nearby objects and prey? Echolocation involves bats using which sense to locate nearby objects and prey? Oh, you know what? You know what, Dave? That's a clever answer, mate. But it's not what's on the. This could be the first dodgy one of the night, but it's not what's on the card anyway. Sonar. It's a good answer because David had the same idea, and Dodge, and Matt. But you know what? The simple answer, and there's only one correct answer at the minute. There's only one correct answer, believe that or not. Right, we've got 3 now. We've got 3 now. So I know sonar is to do with sound, I'm pretty sure, but what I've got in front of me is hearing or ears. John Beck. So you could have said ears or hearing, or see, this is it as well. So you can't see. It's not. Sean might argue that sound, but no, I think that it's ears or hearing. Sound and hearing is different, isn't it? Who was next? Nigel. Perfect, that Nigel. Can't argue with that, mate. That's what's in front of me. Jackie, you know what? You know what, Jackie? You've got yourself a point there because you do mention the word in your answer, even though you could have dropped the big, but straight in there with a point, and that's all. That's been fair, that, you know, been fair. That what Sean saying is he kicking off. Yes, the question was echolocation involves bats using which sense? Hearing and stroke ears. Fair's fair. That's what I'm saying. Cheeky chops, man. Got away with that one anyway. Question 6. On Earth, 100 newtons is equivalent to how many kilograms? On Earth, 100 newtons is equivalent to how many kilograms? Hey, it's 40 in here. Respect, people. Respect. Dave's up for it tonight. He just needs to start getting the questions right because he's fast. So is Kira. Kira's fast, but yes, Lordy, how you doing, matey? 1 kilogram is not the correct answer, people. It's incorrect. And can only see, right, we have 3 correct answers now, but it took a while. The answer is 10. 10 kilograms is the equivalent to 100 newtons. Fact has finally woke up. Sean Wayne got 980 from somewhere. Then he got 1,000. Big G was copying off Smithers. My lucky number there, fact, throwing the 17 in there. I think he already knew. He had it right. Slim's still warming up. Knobhead, you second. That takes Knobhead into the lead, by the way. Matt, that's a great answer, that, Matt. Great. That's what I like to see. Smithers, good shot. Smithers on the board there. Old Smithers, aka Batty Boy. There's Sean coming up with the excuses there. Misheard that one. Heard it all now. Right, question number 7. The transparent cover of the human eye is the what? The transparent cover of the human eye is the what? What do they call that? Transparent cover that we all have. Yeah. It's actually called, a few people are coming up with lens, iris. It's actually called cornea. Cornea. Adam Sky. Don't know whether he's just been playing with us there, Adam, letting everyone get a little lead, putting them into a false sense of security. Yeah, see, Sean still warming up. It's the other one. Stokes he thought was retina as well. But the third one, believe it or not, hang on a minute. Tony Smithers again. I just couldn't believe it there. I had to stop myself. 2 on the trot. Knobhead. Knobhead's still out in front there. Sean had the answer there, right behind Knobhead. Sean, I nearly timed you out there, mate. By accident with my sausage thumb, I swear. God, could you imagine that? Imagine timing Sean Wayne out like yourself by accident in the middle of the quiz. Right, question number 8. What astronomical body was discovered by Clyde Tombaugh in 1930? What astronomical body was discovered by Clyde Tombaugh in 1930? Yes, we've got a few astronauts out here. A few people. We've definitely got a few telescopes. A few people. I know Big G still can be seen on a weekend with his binoculars. Usually hangs about around the train stations. It is Pluto. Pluto is the answer, people. It's only founded in 1930, believe that. Believe it or not. Knobhead. Knobhead's on fire tonight, isn't he? Oh, Knobhead. Racing out in front there. Kira thinks it's Uranus. Although I think she'd just be looking for an opportunity to write something, some filth or something, you know. Dave. I think Matt, I don't know. I'm surprised that it was only discovered in 1930, but I don't know about whether Mars was earlier or later. Lady Flatcapper. That's Lady Flatcapper on the board. Let's see what she's got to offer here tonight. Dave, unlucky. You were right, but Jackie thinks... Jackie, I've got someone who you probably get on with there, Kira. Same sense of humour. Yeah, great word, isn't it? It's a great word. A word that popped up in one of my shorts this week. Believe it or not, it was a Scouser who said it. We don't hear that word very often. Right, question number 9. In 1709, the German physicist Daniel Fahrenheit made the first truly successful example of what item? In 1709, the German physicist Daniel Fahrenheit made the first truly successful example of what item? That was a mouthful, that way. Gonna be a fastest thing first, isn't it? Slim, come on. It's not bulb, mate. You were first though. With and it is the thermometer. Daniel Fahrenheit. Adam Sky. Jackie, Jackie nearly 2 on the trot there, mate. It's probably an anagram of temperature, but thermometer was what you needed. Thermometer, man. See where you're coming from, though. Nigel was the third there. Just pipping Knobhead. Matt's still here, trying hard. You got it right, mate, but a little bit quicker. Gripper, how long you been in, mate? Didn't see you there, mate. Question 10 then. What is the name of the chemical element which was so called because it was the first to be produced artificially? Oh, it's a toughie. What is the name of the chemical element which was so called because it was the first to be produced artificially? Bloody hell. Come on. What's going on? Good excuse that, bro. What is the name of the chemical element which was so called because it was the first to be produced artificially? I haven't seen a right answer yet. It's going to be a Google job. Good guesses, though. He was coming up with some big words there. Aluminium. Good guess, Dave. Good guess, fact. You know what? No one's got this one. I'm looking for, right, somebody's been clever and Googled it, or it's just come to mind because there's one correct answer there. And it's fine. Some of them you might have to Google, you know. It's worth it because there's three correct answers. See, Lady Flat Capper. It's not cheating in my eyes because some of them are hard. It just shows how much you want to win when what you're willing to do for a point. Right. Technetium, the first to be produced artificially. And the second person to Google it is Sean Wayne. Look, you can see all the Googlers, can you? Big G was third there. Big G's thinking, oh, it was worth it. It was worth all that Googling there. Oh, Lady Fat Cap, I knew it. Cheers, Moon Rocks, yeah. Thanks a lot. Like that. Where's that? Where'd that go? That's the one I wanted. Cheers. Cheers there, man. Respect. Yep, so that was question 10, wasn't it? That's round one finished, yeah. Round one finished. Quick rundown. Knobhead's got a rare 2-length lead there, 5 points on Big G on 3. And coming up from the rear, all these are Sean Wayne's on 3 as well. Sorry, Sean, mate. Sorry, mate. On 2 points, Dodger Badger, John Beck, Cheeky Chops, Nigel, Smithers, Adam Sky, and Lady Flat Capper. Right. Straight into round 2, yeah. This is pop culture. So mixing it up, right? First question on pop culture. The A-Team and Small Bub are early songs by which artist? The A-Team and Small Bub are early songs by which artist? Hey, you learn something new every day, don't you? It's Ed Sheeran, by the way. It's only Ed Sheeran. But you know what, David? I'm really sorry, mate. But that pleasure is going to be short-lived. Because I just looked ahead of you there, David. I thought you were third. No, trying to be clever going backwards, but you were fourth, mate. Fact, you were first. Fact's a secret Ed Sheeran fan, eh? Adam Sky, you were second, mate. Fact notification loves his Ed Sheeran. I can't get away with the fella, mate. Bit of overkill, wasn't there? Sorry, third. Smithers, you were third, mate. I didn't know that actually. Maybe I will know the songs, but I didn't know what they were called, like the A-Team and Small Bub. Question 2. In which city is the district famous for the film industry known as Hollywood? In which city is the district famous for the film industry known as Hollywood? In which city is the district? It's always worth keeping your ears, listening to the question properly. The answer is Los Angeles. Los Angeles is where Hollywood is. Adam Sky. Ripper's in there. Ripper's the quiz master, and Ripper knows how to do a quiz. Let me tell you. Sean Wayne. Yeah, loads of people getting that right. Just needed to be a little bit faster. A few people saying California. It's not far from California, though, is it? LA? Not on the West Coast, is it? Right, question number 3. What TV quiz did Alexander Armstrong begin presenting with Richard Osman in 2009? What TV quiz did Alexander Armstrong begin presenting with Richard Osman in 2009? Big up yourself, Britta. Like your style, mate. Like your style. This is one of my worst programs, the answer to this. You've probably heard me say it before. I absolutely just can't get away with the show. It's pointless. It's absolutely pointless as well. I'm telling you. It's just like, just no need to it, you know what I mean? Who was next? Who was next? I've only given 1 point away there. It's amateur. It's amateur. Ripper. See, sometimes I've got to give that to my mate Dave, yeah. Just because I know what it'll mean to him, you know, that point. That point would mean a lot, even though he's missed the O out and he's put pointless. But the other reason why I'm giving you a David, the main reason is because you just picked Big G, who did spell it right. But surely you agree that you deserve that because you were a bit faster, even though your spelling was a bit crap. All right? Happy with that? Question number 4. The 2012 movie Brave is set in which country? 2012 movie Brave is set in which country? Tell you what. I knew that I'd get you going there. There's a few tuts there. It is absolutely pointless, Lady Fat Cappy, right? Yeah. Quality do, man. I love that, mate. You've got to love that. Thank you, mate. No problem. No problemo. Right. Big G, just to let you know that it is Dave was fastest there with the first answer as well, but it isn't Canada. It's not Canada. We've got 3 correct answers. The movie Brave, not to be mixed up with Braveheart, I don't think, is set in which country? And it's Scotland. Scotland, man. I don't know whether it's the same film, Braveheart, and I'm guessing Braveheart set in Scotland, innit? It's one of them films, right? I'm not going to lie. Good shot there, Nobed, by the way. It's Nobed on the 6 points there. I'm not going to lie. I haven't. It's one of them films what I should have watched, but I don't think I've watched it, you know, all the way through. Yep, John Beck. don't know where that country is there. Is that a new country that's just been founded? Ooh, Gripper was on the other side of the Atlantic there, just like Big G was. Jackie, 2 points you're on, mate. You got the last point there. Respect. But we all know Wiki, though. We know what Wiki's like. Anyone can put that. Let's see your lip anyway, Sean Wayne. Maybe get someone to time you out. Question 5. Who directed the movie The Dark Knight Rises? Who directed the movie The Dark Knight Rises? Which I'm pretty sure is one of them Batman films. Yes, you go, Jackie. You tell them. Shut up. Go you. Oh, there's some great shots coming in here. We've got some. I didn't know this, but we've got some Batman fans here. Is it the Batman thing? Adam Sky there, joint leader now. Joint leader. It's not Spielberg. Matt, I'm going to give you that. I'm going to give you that. Just, I'm saying just, yeah, like you couldn't, you know, you can't be much, not much more than that. Like, you know, Jackie's on fire. Jackie's on fire there. Somebody put Jackie out there. It's 2 on the trough for Jackie, who probably doesn't even know what chat she's in. Probably thinks she's in the cesspit. Oh, what now? What have I done now? Right, question 6. What is the country of birth of the rapper Iggy Azalea? What is the country of birth of the rapper Iggy Azalea? We all know a bit of Iggy Azalea. Oh, got some rap fans in. And there's 3 correct answers. Wow. Not wow. Not wow with Adam Sky. Jackie's in some sort of zone. Jackie's in some sort of Crippen factor zone or something. Australian. He's Australian. Yeah, man, I've never heard of him. No, neither has Dave. Gripper's still sticking with the USA there. Unless his buttons are stuck and he can't type anything else other than USA. Yeah, Australian, Iggy Azalea. Ollie. Question 7. In which state is the cartoon South Park set? In which state is the cartoon South Park set? I can remember when South Park came out, it was like, oh my God. It's like, this is it, man. This is what it's all about. Modern day cartoons, because even though The Simpsons is the main one, I'll be honest, I like The Simpsons movies, but they are geniuses who write the series because they're up to date, and I couldn't get away with them. Couldn't get away with The Simpsons, but South Park, brilliant one. Gripper, you were first, mate, but it's the incorrect answer. Incorrect. Somebody needs to put Jackie out there, like, don't you? Colorado. And the second correct answer is John Beck. And the third, yes, Gripper. Right, Gripper's moving up from behind, like coming from behind, like Phil Schofield here, like. Good guess, Dave, but it's wrong. Yep. So it was Colorado. Right. Question number 8. Which rap artist's album named Damn won a Pulitzer Prize in 2018? Which rap artist's album Damn won a Pulitzer Prize in 2018? Yes, that's what we like to see. Coming for you. Which rapper's album Damn, D-A-M-N, won a Pulitzer Prize in 2018? I can't see a correct answer yet, although there's loads of guesses. Yes, Yeti. Big up Yeti, lad. Absolute faganash. It's not Eminem, it's not Tupac. I can see one correct answer. I can see 2. No, still 1. 3. I can see 3. Slim was trying to get me confused. I would have given you that anyway, Slim, because the answer's Kendrick Lamar, but I would have given Lamar. Dave, that's taking the piss. I couldn't have given you that. You know what I mean? I know I'm your friend, but come on. Look, doing it again. Wasn't Post Malone. Slim come back with Kendrick as well. Jackie. What is going on here? Jackie sat with Bamba Gascoigne or something. Bloody, what's he called? Him who knows everything. Roy Castle or Norris McSquirter. Knobhead, you needed that. You've gone a little bit quiet. Joint leaders, Knobhead on 7. Adam Sky on 7. Jackie's right behind him on 6. Question 9. What does Oscar Isaac play in Star Wars The Force Awakens? Who does Oscar Isaac play in Star Wars The Force Awakens? Never seen these films either. That threw me when it started going backwards. Baba Gascoigne, I know, yeah. He probably is about 100, you're right. Let's have a look. Guesses coming in here. It's not Obi-Wan. It's not Spock. Something going on here. Something all right here. Like. Something. Right. The answer, it's absolutely spelled correctly as well. Jackie, joint leader Jackie. But you know what, Flat Capper, I'm going to give you that. I am going to give you that. Might cause a bit of trouble, but to get Poe, because in the film it probably is known as Poe. You know what I mean? You're not going to come out with Slim. You got the last point, mate. Because if I give Lady Flatcap a PO, I've got to give you that. Right? Got to. Slim, have you got? Is that your first point of the night? Because I haven't got your name down here. I think it is, you know. Unless I've missed you. Poor Dameron, whoever that is. Poor Dameron. Yeah, I couldn't get away with it. You know, when they started going backwards. Star Wars films just start messing with your head. Right. Question 10, last one and round 2. How is the character Benjamin Tennyson better known in a successful cartoon series? And we had this question the other day as well. How is the character Benjamin Tennyson better known in a successful cartoon series? I do apologise. I've had this one before. Don't know how. You might not have a very good memory, but yep, there's a few people who will remember. It's Ben 10. And I remember when I got halfway through that question, I remember. Because my son had every single figure that, well, there was 10 characters, wasn't it, that this lad changed into Ben Tennyson. He like the toy companies proper milked it to death. And I was one of them who had to argue with people over Christmas, fighting over bloody figures and stuff. Jackie's joint leader there on 8 points. Absolutely on fire. Dave Smithers. Dave's smouldering away there, So, yeah, so it was Ben 10. Ben 10. Yet he thinks it's Chester Copperpot. Chester Copperpot. Yeah, I think Yeti, you remember Bill and Ben and that one, yeah? That was the end of round 2, sorry. Right. Joint leaders. Jackie on 8. Nobed on 8. On 7, Adam Sky. 4, John Beck. 4, Sean Wayne. 5, Smithers. Sorry, Smithers. Smithers on 5 there at the halfway stage. Have a look. What have I missed here? We'll get straight back into it in 1 minute. Let me just see what's going on here. Getty's been a batty there. I don't know whether Jackie might be on a date with Barry or something, Baz. Even though he's happily married, yeah. But there's something going on here. Could be the talk of YouTube. Right. Round 3 then. Round 3. See where I've got here marked for round 3. And it's geography, people. It's geography. Proper mixing it up there. Here we go. Round 3. Question 1. What is the main language spoken in Hong Kong? What is the main language spoken in Hong Kong? You know what? I can take 2 answers here as well because it says I've got to allow. But I'll be impressed if you get the first one. It's not Japanese. James, I see you there, James, lad. That Al Pacino there in this photo, is it? Looks, if not, you look like Al Pacino, mate. It's not Mandarin. It's not English. Got one correct answer. Got two, got three correct answers. Yep. The main language spoken in Hong Kong, believe it or not, is Cantonese, but I would have allowed Chinese, which what have I to do there? Dave, Chinese, that's 1 point. Smith's coming up from behind there. John Wayne, does he say English, didn't he? Ripper thinks it's English as well. John Wayne, it's always worth. You see, this is why Sean's Sean. You know what I mean? He's not scared to have two goals, two shots at it. You know, the mark of a champion, really, isn't it? Ready for a capper. You got there, Slim, mate. Come on. Good, Slim. Don't let the side down, lad. Right. Question number 2. Designed by Renzo Piano, what is the name of London's tallest building? Designed by Renzo Piano, what is the name of London's tallest building? I think we all know this one, or we all should. It's a good answer, Adam. The Gherkin. It's not the Gherkin, though. It's the Shard. It's the Shard. That might be a pet name Adam Sky's got for it. Like John Beck. John Beck. Cheeky Chops. You were second, mate. Cheeky Chops still got a chance there. Oh, it's not the eye, Dave. It's not the eye, mate. Unlucky, son. Knobhead. Oh, Knobhead, yeah. Knobhead's not giving this one up. Like, Knobhead takes the lead. Good shout. Was the Shard. It's that big pointy thing, in it. Actually looks now like a Gherkin. Here he is. Here he is on his green L account. Don't see him on that account much, to be honest. Pick up Liam Carty, lad, all day long. Some people, you know, some people get the wrong idea about him. Believe me. He's just a geezer, man. Just a geezer with a sense of humour, people. Don't know why he gets blocked and timed out on so many chats myself. Just give him a chance. It's very, very witty. And I haven't seen him in here for a while, so respect. Number 3, question 3. Tango is an Argentinian tradition. What is it? Tango is an Argentinian tradition. What is it? Mixing these up tonight. Get up there, son. But I like to see that. Doesn't matter. You can do a bit of ghosting, mate. You know, I was just saying today that gone are the days where I like go in a chat, you know, and like typing for hours. Used to. Sean Wayne, it is a dance. I think everyone knows that tango is an Argentinian tradition. Sean Wayne, let me get that 1 point on there. Adam Sky was second. Adam Sky there, keeping her breathing down Knobhead's neck. Dave, I was going to wind you up a little bit, but no, I'll just give you that. You were third, mate. You were third. Yeah, everyone coming up with dads there. Jackie's fell asleep for a bit there, snoozing. Just smouldering now there. Stuck on 8 points. Number 4. What, by area, is the largest country in the world where English is the official language? What, by area, is the largest country in the world where English is the official language? I know I'm missing some corkers in the chat here, but I have to try and concentrate a little bit. You know what I mean? A few guesses coming in there. A few. Sean's got his fast fingers on, but he's incorrect. It's not USA. It's not Africa. It's not Australia. It's not Alaska. Salty Nuts are still here with I don't know. Respect. Have we had a correct answer yet? I don't think we have. Well, we have now. I see one. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. So the answer is Canada. Canada. Slim Reaper was first. Loads of people guessing, but Slim was the first. Yeah, the largest one. It was the largest I was looking for, Black Pepper. John, I'm going to give you that because Canada sounds very much like Canada. I mean, sneaky little chance still for John, I reckon there. This fella's got the bit between his teeth, hasn't he? Just picked Sean Wayne. Sorry about that, Sean, lad. It's the, you know the score here, mate. But you were fourth. Certainly do, mate. Certainly do. Question 5. The National Gallery is situated on which square in London? The National Gallery is situated on which square in London? Flat cap, we'll have to get back to that one. We'll discuss that. Big G saying Steward's inquiry as well. Well, we'll have this out, but I'm telling you, it's what's in front of me. Canada it is Canada. But the answer to that one, the National Gallery, is on Trafalgar Square. I'm glad Sean got that one. Takes the heat off us a little bit. Cheeky chops. You work on that spelling, mate, but give you that. Dave, what's going on here? Have you got to take Bear out for a walk or something? Bear's in the kitchen, like, looking legs crossed. Dave's like, hang on a minute, I might win the quiz here. I'm on fire. Camel Toe thinks it's Pigeon Square there. David Caffey's still here. Question number 6. In which country does the River Rhine rise? In which country does the River Rhine rise? Rise being the important word. In which country does the River Rhine rise? Yeti, man, we're all sweet, mate. Big love to the Yeti there. Some guesses coming in here, like. The River Rhine rises in which country? Oh, there's lots of wrong answers there. I haven't seen a right one yet. It's not Italy. It's not Belgium. It's not Germany. Not Germany, Liam. It's not Russia. In which country does the River Rhine rise? Yes, we've got a couple of correct answers. There's still 1 point up for grabs. I can only see 2 correct answers. Multiple guesses coming in here. Multiple, it's worth another guess. Oh, yeah. The answer is Switzerland. Slim Reaper was first there after quite a few guesses. John was right behind him there, like Philip Schofield. Switzerland, yeah. And the third point, I think everyone had about 3 guesses each there. The third point, knobhead. After I've seen multiple guesses by people there. That's knobheaded double figures. 10 points there. Oh, no, yeah, so the River Rhine rises in Switzerland. How does a river rise? Like, do they actually mean rise as in like goes up, or the other like up? You know, Switzerland's like all mountains and that. Right, question 7. What is the name of Greece's highest mountain, the home of the gods in ancient Greek mythology? What is the name of Greece's highest mountain, the home of the gods in ancient Greek mythology? Oh, you're off, Jackie. No, you were. I tell you what, you were needed to talk to YouTube. Good effort, though. Good effort. Good effort. This is quite a quick quiz, actually. I'm getting through these questions. Yeah, what was the name of Greece's highest mountain? Home of the gods. Adam Sky, will give you that, mate. It's Olympus. But I've got to give you that. I've got to. I think that's only a 5 on the scale, 5 out of 10 on the scale of dodginess. Sean Wayne got it right. Oh, tell you what, cheeky chops. You know what? That is just a bit out there too much. Honestly, Olympia. No, I can't give you it, mate. And Dave sneaked in there with that sneaky point there. Just you'll have to sort that one out with cheeky chops later. Big G's gone quiet like Annie. He's give up and he's thought, man, what's going on here? Dave, what's going on with Dave here? Question 8. Which so-called sea is a salt lake bordered by Jordan, Israel, and the West Bank? Which so-called sea is a salt lake bordered by Jordan, Israel, and West Bank. Quite intellectual, these questions, aren't they? I'm saying. I mean, geez, Rob, definitely going to get a slap. The answer is the Dead Sea. Dead Sea, people. That's like, it's full of salt, isn't it? Apparently, isn't it full of salt, the Dead Sea? And you just like, what is it? You just float in it, don't you? Crazy, isn't it? Crazy old world. Yeah, a few people said the Red Sea. Slim, you said red. Cabalto said black. Dave said red. But Gripper, get up there, Gripper, lad. So that's a respectable 4 points there, Gripper. Yeah, you do float. You float on it, don't you? Flat Capper off. We're off, Flat Capper. Cheers, mate. Cheers for popping in. I think one of these days you will be a quiz champion. Quiz champo. Oh, you can sit on it, can you? No. Question 9. Which US state is furthest away from the national capital, Washington, D.C.? Which US state is the furthest away from the national capital, Washington, D.C.? Mad guesses coming in here. It's not Alaska. In between the mad guesses, we've got one right answer. Yes, Christine, how you doing? Got one right answer. Still just the one. It's not New Mexico. It's not Texas, Liam. But 2 correct answers. 3 correct answers. It's Hawaii, people. It is Hawaii. Gripper was first. Shot there, Gripper. Hawaii is the furthest state away from Washington. Yeah, Gripper, you were first. Then Adam Sky was second. Adam Sky there. Just joined the lead down 11 points. Oh, Radio Fuming. What you doing, mate? He likes a good quiz. Yeah, third person was Fact Notification. Hawaii. He's got a point, Liam. Don't worry, mate. He's got a point. He was third, though. Question 10. This is the end of round 3. Ruins of what type of building can be seen at Lullingstone, Chedworth, and Woodchester? Ruins of what type of building can be seen at Lullingstone, Chedworth, and Woodchester? I'm not saying that again. What type of ruins? And it's a it's a 2-word answer, but I'm going to be like lenient. Can't see any correct answers. It's not church. It's not castles either. It's not cathedrals. It's not baths either, Slim. Camel toe? I don't know. It's not what's wrote. It's not what's wrote in front of me, mate. But you never know. Let me look. Right. Let me have a look. Right. There's a few people who've got one word right, but nobody's actually given me the 2-word answer. And I wish I'd said I need the 2 words, because we know what I do need the 2 words. Can't just take one on this one. There's one correct answer. I'm going to need both words, yeah. Right, we've got 2 correct answers. Ruins of what type of building can be seen at Lullingstone, Chedworth and Woodchester? Right, got the 3 now. So what I wanted was Roman villa. It's a Roman villa, or Roman villas that can be seen in Chedworth and wherever it is. Loads of people saying the Roman bit, but when you think about it, Roman did everything, didn't they? Like, say, baths, Roman walls, anything. So cheeky chops, yeah. Sean Wayne, yeah. He was second there. Keeps you right in the hunt there. And Adam Sky sneaked in there. Is that Jamie Sawyer in the chat there? Big up, Jamie. Big up, mate. You know, I told you the other day, like, what up? I don't know why that happened, mate. But it's sorted now. Romanian hookers. Yeah, Roman villas. There's only 10. That's the end of round 3. One more round. And it's proper tight. Adam Sky, 12. Nobed, 11. Sean Wayne, 10. Smithers, 10. John Beck, 6. Jackie did have 8. Right. Let's get down to business. Last round. I've gone through this pretty quick, haven't I? Quite impressed. Right. I'm going for pop culture. It's always a winner, pop culture. The last 10 questions. Question 1. Teenage Dream and Firework are songs by which female artist? Teenage Dream and Firework are songs by which female artist? So sort the men from the pussies. Katy Perry is the answer. Katy Perry. Adam Sky, is he breaking away? Yeah. David Caffey. David Caffey? Is that your first point, mate? I think it is. Respect there, David Caffey. John Beck. John Beck sneaking in the back door there with a point. Dave, I probably would have given you that, Dave, but you weren't quick enough, man. Peggy, don't worry about it. So is Big J. He's crap, but he still has a go. Never wins now. Always whinges, but he's always there, and you've got to be in it to win it. Right. Question number 2. What connects the entertainer Dwayne Johnson to a name often given to Gibraltar? What connects the entertainer Dwayne Johnson to a name often given to Gibraltar? I think we all know this one, right? Just got to throw the odd, see who's still awake with the fast fingers. All the answers flying in there. Like, how we doing, Chopper, mate? We got the Chopper. Adam Sky. It's The Rock. Dwayne Johnson. Great Dwayne Johnson. Like any Dwayne Johnson film. Yeah. You know, he's one of these that moved into the funny characters. He's like absolutely nailed it, man. All his films. Proper funny. Not bad. Not bad. You needed that one, you know. Needed that. Nigel. It's The Rock. Did I see Tyrone there? Did I see Tyrone sneaking in the back there? There he is. Just trying to sneak in the back door there. Dave Smith is often sneaking in the back door there. Right. Question 3. Dolly Parton is godmother to which MTV award-winning singer? Dolly Parton is godmother to which MTV award-winning singer? Sean's on his last warning there. Okay, I knew this one, I'll be honest. Don't know, it's one of them. I think a lot of people know it. It's Miley Cyrus, daughter of, what's he called? Wherever it is. Mr. Cyrus. Can't even think of his name, you know. Great, that's a great guess, you know. It's a great guess, that, mate. I'm telling you. Dave, I've got to give you that, you know. I just have to. Like, I've got to, mate. I've got to. But, yeah. Cheeky chops. I played that down a little bit there, but I've got to give him that up. That's it. Cyrus. Apologies there to anyone. Don't know what Sean Wayne's trying to say there, whatever that means. Mickett. Obviously he's, you know, squeaky bum time for Sean, isn't it? This is when his hands go. This is where it's dabbing the frow, isn't he? Right. Question number 4. Which Christmas hating character created by Dr. Seuss was played by Jim Carrey in the 2000 film? Which Christmas hating character created by Dr. Seuss was played by Jim Carrey in the 2000 film? What? Knew this one as well. One of my favorite Christmas films. I think we all know it's a Grinch in it. There's a few Grinches around this YouTube, I tell you. Don't think there's any in here like, but yes. Talking to the Grinch, right? Like that green there. Big G, you've got to admit how cool Dave Smith is. A Big Bear looks in green. And that's because he's a member, like gifted by Slim Reaper, and apparently there's another 2 of them, another 2 members floating about. You know what? And when he was that was only the second. The third person, John Beck. Sean thought it was Scrooge. Easy mistake to make there, Sean. Just says a lot about. Says just, you know. See you there. See you there, Adrian. It's been, best behaviour. Is Paul Taylor Cook. Blue. Blue's alright, but it's not as good as that green, like. Absolutely smashing. Right, let's get back to this now. 6 questions left, right? Question 5. In 2017, which singer held 9 of the top 10 positions simultaneously in the UK singles chart? 2017, which singer held 9 of the top 10 positions simultaneously in the UK singles chart? God, I need to look at these questions, don't I? Ooh. Yeah. It's not Adele. It's not Madonna. It's not Michael Jackson. Oh, yeah. You know what? You know what, Tyrone? I think we all know that I'm guessing that you meant Ed Sheeran, right? If you didn't, my fault. But you know what? I can't give you it this when it gets twitchy bum time. Like, if I give you that and didn't give Sean, and you pick Sean, he'd never taught us. He just wouldn't live it down. Ed Sheeran it is, by the way. The next correct answer, Ed Sheeran, Big G. That's twice you've had Ed Sheeran tonight, hasn't it? Twice. Question 6. In the title of a 2017 film, how many billboards are outside Ebbing, Missouri? In the title of the 2017 film, how many billboards are outside Ebbing, Missouri? I think I've seen this film as well. I think. That's what I thought. I know, I was thinking, I don't know, I'm not really that surprised. Big up, Watch the Fox. Right? So the film is 3 billboards outside Epping, Missouri. I remember the film, like, I thought it was a lot earlier than that, actually, but Adam Sky's making his move now, like, he's making his move, people. Just been waiting to pounce. Slim Reaper. Dave Smithers. Tell you what, Dave, you're close. Dave, you're Adam's closest rival. Keep your foot on the gas. John Beck, you got the last point there, mate. Tell you what, John Beck as well. John Beck's in with a shout. Sean, you're still hanging in there, mate. You're still hanging in there. Question 7. Which dinosaur character made his debut in Super Mario World in 1990? Which dinosaur character made his debut in Super Mario World in 1990? There's only 4 questions left, you know. Oh, was it Chip Big G? I know I'd watched it, but I can't remember what it was. I can't remember. Wasn't it about yeah, we're just arguing over these three billboards and what was on it, wasn't it? Right, let's have a look. Let's get back to this. It's not Trex. It's not Dino. It's not flipping back. Right. I've got three. It's Yoshi. Yoshi there, Knobhead. Knobhead's coming from the rear there. Second person with Yoshi or what I've got to accept there. Got to accept that. Smithers. Stokesy in there with the Yoshi. Nice one, Stokesy. Yeah, Stokesy first point. Adam Sky missed out there, like, that's what you need. Stay with 3 questions left. Actress Lily James played Lady Rose in which popular TV drama? Actress Lily James played Lady Rose in which popular TV drama? Come on, people, you must have watched this one. Honestly, I was one of them that said, like, my mum and dad used to watch it, and I was like, what the hell are you watching here? And it's Downton Abbey. And I was one of these who just used to like walk past the telly and like, your mum and dad would be like, get out of the way. And I'm like, what the hell's this? And it went from that to one day I was just like, really struggled for something to watch. Like really struggled because I just started watching Downton Abbey. And oh my God, quality. Absolutely brilliant, man. Every episode, proper English, like the actors and that. John Beck and Adam Sky there and Tyrone. Yeah, the acting and that in it is like the storylines. Brilliant, man. Absolutely brilliant. So if you think you wouldn't fancy it, give it a go. You'd be surprised. I reckon Big G was there. Like, I reckon Big G went to pictures to see the film. Better bright as well. Right. Question 9. There's only 2 questions left now. Question 9. The name of which animated character is derived from Japanese onomatopoeia words for an electric sparkle sound? The name of which animated character is derived from Japanese onomatopoeia words for an electric sparkle sound? Onomatopoeia, that's a long word, isn't it? A few guesses coming in there. It's not Wasp. It's not Mickey Mouse, not Tintin. Good guess, Liam. It's a good guess, mate. I want it to be right. That's a good guess as well. Tamagotchi. I can't see a right answer yet. It's not Pokemon. Well, could be Pokemon, but it's not what's wrote. It's not what's in front of me. Sean's just coming out with onion there. Some random answers coming out the ping pong. Still can't see a right answer. A little clue, I think we are looking for a character. It's obviously got something to do with Pokemon. But onomatopoeia, I have heard of that word. Japanese onomatopoeia for an electric sparkle sound. That's what this word means. An electric sparkle sound. Oh, nobody's got it. Nobody's got it. And I'll stick my neck out and say that as well, because there's been that many guesses. But I'm on it like a bit of Michael Allsort's car bonnet. We got Michael Allsort there, if you listen, mate. Respect, yeah. Right, thank God you got one answer, 2, 3. Pikachu. Pikachu is the answer. Pikachu, Dave. Pikachu, Big G. I bet Big G's got a Pikachu, like. Oh, that's just his pet name for it, Pikachu. Well, I like the spelling there, mate. I like that spelling. Spell it as you see it. One of the worst spellings I ever seen. I'll just tell you this just to break the ice with this last question. Yeah. So one of the worst spellings I've ever seen of a word was by this lad who I work with. I still work with him now. And I think he's in his 30s anyway, but he can't spell for toffee yet. And he come round work one morning with like a list, or he was asking people what if they wanted anything from the van, sandwiches and that. And I said, yeah, get me a sausage sandwich. No lie, right? About a minute later, I said, oh, let's have a look at that. Make sure he's got the list right. And he'd spelled sausage right. SOSSIDGE. Sausage. Honestly, never lived that down, like. Sausage. IDGE. Right, last question. Sausage, thanks, Dave, for that, mate. That's it. I was hoping somebody would write it. Check that spelling out. That's bad, that, isn't it? Honestly, fact. Smokes too much weed, man. I was talking to him today. He's bright as a blackout. Couldn't spell Bob backwards. Right, this is it. Question 10. Who released the album Melodrama in 2017? Who released the album Melodrama in 2017? If anyone can beat sausage, like, it's unbeatable, man. Right. So what? If it had been Ed Sheeran again, I'd made the whole quiz null and void. Can't have Ed Sheeran can't be the answer 3 times. Tyrone's turning into Daryl there. Got no idea, but nice one, mate, for letting us know. I didn't know the answer to this, but somebody does. 3 people do. 3 people know the answer. In third, John Beck sneaked in there with the last chance. Just before him was Big G. But first was only Knobhead. Even with the right spelling. As I've never heard of the fella or the woman, Lordy. I know Lordy was in here early on in the chat from Borough. Drives electric bike and that. Knows nutter. I know him. Eddie's everywhere these days, man. Eddie, if you're in this chat, mate, you need to chill out, son. Come on, man. You're upsetting everyone and that. He's got that many accounts now, little Eddie. Scary. Right, so we've got that. Knobhead, mate. You got the last point there. Who's next? Big G, yeah, and Beck, yeah. John, I'll give you yours. Right, that is it. John's had a problem there. He's just decided to put the whole night down to sound problems. You know what I mean? Which it's easy, isn't it? It's easy to get away with. Right, that would. You know what that was? How long did that take? That was about an hour and 45 minutes, 40 questions. But the winner, third place. Third place tonight. You know what? Third place with 14 points. 14 points is joint third place. Smithers and John Beck, 14 points. Joint third. Second, and you were only pipped by 2 points, mate. 15 points, Knobhead. Big up, Knobhead. Stokes, you're off, mate. Nice one for popping in. Cheeky chops, respect, mate. Yeah, so second place, Knobhead, 15 points, mate. Great effort, that, great effort. But out in front, 17 points. 17 points, believe it or not. Tony Adam Sky. You know what? I don't even know. Did he come in late or was it him? Oh, I said we've got to watch out for him. I think it was. I think he's probably, yeah, man. I think you won before. You won last week, Sean, didn't he? So he's had that little blip in between where Sean took full advantage, and he's just come back to prove us all wrong. But a big shout out to Smithers there. Big shout out, valiant 14 points, Smithers, and John Beck on 40. Sean, 11 points, mate. 11 points. Not a bad effort. Not a bad effort, mate. Knobhead. Good effort there from our Knobhead. Jackie, what about Jackie early on? Jackie left ages ago. I think she had about 8 points on the trot. Big G, 8 points. Not a bad effort. Who else is there? Matt Wotton, only 3 points, mate, but you did stay a bit longer. You did stay a lot longer anyway than I thought you would. Respect. Slim, 4 points. Gripper, 5 points. Back notification, 3 points. Flat Capper, 4 points. Who else? Cheeky Chops, 5 points. Nigel, 3. David K, Stokesy, Tyrone, Nutter, Kira, or 1 point. All 1 point, people. Yeah, man. Right, if you give us 2 minutes, and then I'll stick this link out. Anyone who wants to hang about and just for a bit of banter. I'm going to play you this song again. I want you to, think it's a draw.
Since I was younger, I'm about to hunger to fill up my lungs with marijuana, cause I wanna never go younger. I wanna stay on top, smoking the pot, producing hip-hop. But the haters wanna stop me, but I'll never stop. My lyrics can be cryptic shit, which you shouldn't witness. Twisted, vicious, not fictitious, something making cops suspicious. This is written under the influences of my medicine, so I suggest that you just pass the bong and then let me hit this. Bubbling bong, brother, I'm chong, yeah, I'm getting utterly wrong. People say it shouldn't be done, why do they try to be clever fun? I like a microphone with me whenever I light a cone, you see, cause when I hear a note of beat, whenever I may be smoking weed, depending on the potency, it helps to be a pro MC. Nobody can hold this piece of poetry and foes believe. Whether you be close to me or even if you're overseas, I'll gladly say this openly, I'm taking over globally. I'll get round to it one of these days. It's a factor, lyrically I am a pro, I'm the master, nobody can deny me my flow. You better pasta, marijuana around the microphone, you know I'm in the zone when I'm smoking the homegrown. I'm smoking grasper, smoking it in quarters a pound, and when it's backed up with bitches in the bassline sound, you can act up. This ain't addictive and satisfying when you're living in the life of a Rastafarian. I'm a veteran, inevitably better than anyone, with a shred of evidence of being excellent. Haters be hesitant, messing with the president, evidently that's me. Never be bad to anyone till they turn nasty. I think calmly, don't wake up till 3:30. So really I've only got half a day to get angry. There ain't no plan B, smoking the gang see me ripping these lyrics whenever I smoke to a damn beat. The heart beats whenever my pen and pad meet. It's hard see for you to ever understand me. I have weed in the pocket by my arse cheek, but last week I lost it within the car seat. It had me very angry, and if you see me on the streets, don't ask me if you can have some from me. You even offer money, and know if I'm with a mate, it don't mean you can have threes. Fuck it, go on then. Hurry up, hurry up. It's a factor, lyrically I am a pro, I'm the master, nobody can deny me my flow. You better pasta, marijuana around the microphone, you know I'm in the zone when I'm smoking the homegrown. I'm smoking grasper, smoking it in quarters a pound, and when it's backed up with bitches in the bassline sound, you can act up. This ain't addictive and satisfying when you're living in the life of a Rastafarian. You shouldn't smoke weed, it's bad for your memory, and if you are an MC, well then you are gonna be arguably the biggest failure in our family tree. Hard to believe actually, ain't my dad in this tree. People be criticizing, but don't be dissing till you've tried it. Anyone who has, they can't deny that life is nicer, flying higher. Plenty of lyricists that I know got wicked records and they smoke the dope. I guess I get better with every talk, but my ex got better with every bloke. When is the beat right ahead of me, yo? I guess setting them many and enemy go. My enemy deadly, so enemies know I'm not threatening, yo. I'm just letting you know. Nobody can get ahead of me, though. I'm open to challenges, let it be known. Step up to me and I'm ready to blow. I'm like a time bomb with a second to go. Domination, on the mic I cause annihilation. I kill with lyrical assassination. I get a feel cause it's a fascination, and half the nation's admirations aimed at fucking fashion statements. What this rap sensation about to make a mass invasion. Eventually, anyway. It's a factor, lyrically I am a pro, I'm the master, nobody can deny me my flow. You better pasta, marijuana around the microphone, you know I'm in the zone when I'm smoking the homegrown. I'm smoking grasper, smoking it in quarters a pound, and when it's backed up with bitches in the bassline sound, you can act up. This ain't addictive and satisfying when you're living in the life of a Rastafarian. Rastafarian, living in the life of a Rastafarian. Rastafarian. Rastafarian.
Rastafarian. Come on, get it together. Yeah, man, Rastafarian. Big G prefers smash your pasty. Let's not get it twisted, mate. Smash your pasty is the boyo. Your Buzzcocks. You know, I've got loads of Buzzcock stuff, like don't know. I think it's funny. I think all of his stuff's funny. I've watched it all, but try to work out what you would think was funny as well, you know. Plus, he's from Chris the Bricks way, ain't he? So that's always going to get a bit of attention in it. Let's have a look because I haven't been reading the chat much, have I? Liam, you're at work tonight, like mate. John, I've been trying to catch Buddy or Mad Lives. They're a bit mad, aren't they? We've got this setup. It's like crazy light shit in it, and I'll show you mine. Like mine's not as mad as yours. Yours is all like it's a word like it's like strobe lighting in it. It's a little bit like strobe lighting. Yeah, don't mess with Sean these days, you know. Liam. Sean can hold his own now. I think we've all followed the path and we've all followed the journey Sean Wayne's been on, really, have we? Right from day one, you know. And he had like took a shine to this channel, didn't he? You know, in the dark times of that Sean. The moons are always there for you, mate, weren't they? I don't think we ever wavered, actually. We didn't. Pair of us. A lot of people in here were exactly the same, man. Yeah, man, he's always flexing all over now. But saying that though, Sean, I've seen Liam. Liam's the master. You know what I mean? So could be the sorcerer and his apprentice, but I think it's a little bit more than that. It's a bit closer than the sorcerer and his apprentice. But I just like, yeah, I think we all know Liam anyway, don't we? But I just like, I just like watching how other channels react to him. You know what I mean? It's funny. I always look out for Liam. You're off, cheeky. Cheeky sprites off. Respect. I'm watching about a flight after flight Malaysia Airlines. Oh, very nice. Has anyone got a holiday booked this year or over the next few months? I know my mother's just come back yesterday, I think, from 2 weeks in the Caribbean, the cruise liner. Was he on cruise matches? Say that like I'd have a bit of a cruise any day, mate. Not like I'm talking a proper cruise, you know, with luxury and that. Because I've been on that North Sea ferry, mate. Oh, Jesus. Honestly, you'll never experience anything like the North Sea crossing from North Shields to Holland. They describe it in the catalogue as like overnight luxury, right? With a Dave, I did see you there, mate. I'm going to get back to that pay rise, mate, because 5 pence an hour is not to be sniffed at, mate. I know. Time and a bit overtime, and all that for going to sleep as well at work. All that for messing about. You get to pay a rise. How much did you have to bung the thingy, Dave? the instructor to pass you. I said bung there, by the way. Exactly, just anything to do with lifting in it, really. Harwich to Hookerford, is that so? It's the North Sea in it, Sean. I mean, the Irish Sea's bad. I've heard anyway, but I've done the English Channel, like in a ferry. Have I been, you know what? I might have even been on a hovercraft. You know, I think I have. Swear down. Can't remember it, but I've seen pictures. My Nan and Grandad have got pictures, and I'd have to have a look and see when the hovercraft. You know, don't even know. It might still be going now, does it? The hovercraft from Dover to Calais. I seem to recall a picture in my nana's, a photo of us stood next to this hovercraft. 150 an hour for going to sleep. Come on. Just tell us, what did you have to bung him like? You didn't tell him any jokes or anything, did you? Yeah. Is that what it is? 60 quid a week? Come on. 60 bifter a week. Decent that, Dave. You imagine there you'd be able to buy a pair of Gola. Adidas Kick. Have you got them, Dave? Adidas Kick. Remember them? Because they were like, I mean, looking back now, you know, you'd look at them in amazement now, but back in the day, they were like, can't wear Adidas Kick, can you? You read me mind there, Sean. You read me mind. Just about to send that. Yeah, Sea Cat, was that what it was called, Jake? Sea Cat. That's ringing a bell, that. But I don't know. I think they might still do it, you know. I think there might still be a hovercraft myself, like. Liam, I want to know what you think about the real Dan G, yeah? Because right on, camera off, mate. Yo, G, you're in as well, mate. Yeah, Liam, I want to know
boys, how you doing?
All right, lads.
All right, Flamey and Big G.
Hey,
Yeah,
long time no speak. Anyway, Fly, where you been?
Is it that long, like, really? Because I don't know. Normally I would think that, but no, because you weren't in on Saturday night, were you? We did a good live on Saturday night, me and Louise.
What was I doing Saturday night?
We're watching the boxing. I think, were you there, Sean?
I think I missed it. I might have nipped in and out.
Yeah, Darryl was in with us all night. It was quite good, actually. Stokesy come on. We just watched the boxing, you know, in the background.
Yeah.
Talking a load of Cody. You up, bro?
What boxing was that?
Oh, Saturday was brilliant, man, for boxing. You had the BKFC, the one from London, the same card that the same promotion Danny Christie's fighting on.
Oh, yeah.
Jack Draper was fighting. There was a lad from Middlesbrough won.
Is Jack Draper the one who's supposed to be fighting the guy from Carlisle, the Heggie boy?
Yeah, I mean, have you seen the size of him? Have you seen him, G?
He lost it, didn't he, Jack Draper?
Yeah, he got beat, man. He got beat.
By nobody, apparently, wasn't it? Someone that was filling in for a fighter that dropped out.
I think they were making the debut, yeah, because Jack Draper was 2-0, I think. Or
was that bare knuckle?
Bare knuckle, yeah.
Ah, well, you see, the trouble with bare knuckle is one hard slap and you've had it.
Oh, you know what? It's taken off that bare knuckle. Honestly, that promotion there was the same one that Danny Christie had his first and second fight on, and they've like, it wasn't full. I'm not sure where it was in London. It wasn't full, but really good show though. Loads of fighters on.
Dave Smithers was just saying one of the best uppercuts. But if you get an uppercut in bare knuckle, you've had it, haven't you?
Oh, 100%, yeah.
If you remember when when that Heggie guy hit little Dean Lynch Ward with a wee short uppercut. It's about 4 inches, but it put him sprawling.
Yeah.
You know, the glove takes a bit of the venom out of it, I think.
But some of them, you should have seen the state of some of them. One of them had his ear, 5 2-minute rounds, right? And honestly, after about 2 rounds, they've both been on the deck, and it went
Wow.
5. Right, it went 5 rounds, right? And the lad had his cartilage on his ear was just in half. His ear was in half.
That's what I mean. Savage, isn't it? The thing about Christie was he's able to take all that punishment and come back again.
Yeah.
I'd say most of these have got cauliflower lung anyway, haven't they?
You know what? A lot of people, I don't think a lot of people know Danny Christie's boxing record. You know, like when he boxed, there's
Yeah.
quite a few of his fights are on YouTube, right? And they're absolutely brutal, like brutal with gloves on in like a little round boxing ring. You know, like
He did one
really
of his videos there, and his neck is fucking massive. These neck muscles, you know, from back the shoulders up to the back of the neck, they're like massive things. You'd almost think he might be on steroids, but I know he's not. He's not like that.
I did ask the question whether they got drug tested for the BKFC, and it never. He always seemed to skirt around it, around the answer. You know what I mean?
Tell you what, you've got 2 big hitters in the chat tonight: Liam Carty and Fact Notification.
Oh, Liam's a regular in here, Sean. Did you know that? Like,
oh, I love Liam. He's absolute genius, that fella.
They've been coming in since day dot. But it's just funny because you very rarely see him with that green L, because that's his original account, and you know he takes him 5 accounts to get into some chats.
Yeah, he gets bullied off the chats because he's too good for them, and then they just spanner him out of it. Like,
yeah, are you offering Liam Reach around here, Sean, or what?
no, I'm just saying. I admire these boys. I admire these guys who just go into chats. They're fearless, and they just have a go. Unlike other people who say, "Oh, he's a great mod," and the only reason they say he's a great mod is because they don't want to get timed out.
I don't know. They've got to have some patience, because Liam's sort of like, if he gets timed out, that's his job done. He's done his job.
Yeah.
And then going in on another account is just like second fiddle. You know what I mean? He aims to get blocked straight away.
Well, 100% Banter does that now as well, with 8 different numbers: Banter 1, Banter 2, Banter. They all bang, all timed out, blocked.
I reckon that Liam Carter's
I just don't bother anymore.
Is about 95% block rate, you know, on the first comment.
Yeah, I just don't bother going on the places where I'm going to get timed. I can't be bothered.
I don't know, Sean. You've been frigging bashing it right out. You seem to have found your knackers, haven't you, recently, you lad?
What do you mean?
Oh, you getting up panels, giving some people some right shit.
Oh yeah, I was having a go at PP, but he's easy. He's light work. I like old PP. He's just a bit thick.
Big G. See that Sean goes, oh, just PP. It's PP. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Aim high, Sean, aim high. It was like when Haaland, remember when Haaland done PD?
Yeah.
Oh, mate, that was unbelievable. Haaland didn't even know who he was. He just wasn't bothered. He just shut PD right down.
That's right. I've seen that. Well, quiet ones do that. Monk did that to John Smith one. He just buried him in about 3 minutes. Destroyed him. Just by sitting quietly and then bang, uppercuts.
Yeah, is there still any like good rivals? You know what I mean? Who like, you know, I don't know.
No,
it's calmed up a little bit now, isn't it? John Smith calmed down a little bit.
They caused a big. There's a big rift between channels, and basically one side can't go in the other side, or they get blocked. So it's pointless. But PP and me are sort of. We would be on opposite sides of the divide, but we're still talking to each other. I made a video about him today, telling him how to spell the word B-U-Y, and he replied back, and it's all a bit of fun, you know.
Yeah, man.
That's all it is.
We all know it's fun. Like, we all know it's fun.
Yeah, I don't get it. All that other stuff, forget about that.
Anyway, right. So Are you like the Wish version of Gianluca Vialli today then, or what?
Massimo Macaroni, that's who I'm on about.
That's what I told you that in the chat. Massimo, Massimo, that guy.
Yeah, I look more like him without me hat on, but I also look like, don't know. Feel better with the, what are you laughing at?
Big D just
Trying to
laughed.
keep old nugget warm, are you?
He's pissing himself here. Yeah, man. So the cesspit was back last night, yeah, Sean? Was that a shock for you, like?
Not really. These guys with these big numbers can come and go when they want, can't they? You're not bothered.
What did you think of it, though? What did you
It
think
was
of
all
it?
right. It was
It got a
okay.
bit heated, didn't it? Got a bit heated.
It got a bit nasty. I don't think that guy D is into all that stuff, right? And he walked himself into it. Once you get on a panel and you say something wrong to Benji, you've had it. You're going to get called out, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Because he
Yeah,
just
I
attacks
think,
it.
I noticed Benji, because I went to bed, I was at work today, but I noticed Benji did a few hours last night, didn't he?
I did. I was only in that for a bit. Benji was just, but Benji likes a good brawl on the old panels.
Yeah, like you're quite friendly with Benji, aren't you, Sean? It's like a bit of a strange one, that, isn't it? Like, but you're a little bit affiliated with him, aren't you? You like
Yeah,
Benji,
but I don't like. I've told him several times to stop saying
Yeah.
dash CK your dead mum, the same as John Smith does. I really detest that. I've told him over and over again not to do it, and he stopped doing it. But that was one line I fucking cannot abide.
I know, but it's like I like Benji. Me and
Me and him get
Lou,
on great.
we've always like. I think well, I am a mod. I hope I'm still a mod, but I used to get in Benji's whenever I could. You know, I'd go on his panel a few times.
Yeah, he's great. It's great fun when he's having a go at trolls. He's really funny.
Yeah, obviously, he's had a bit of shit in there, hasn't he, over Christmas, and
You
been
don't want to
weird like
believe
him not being there because he was on most nights, wasn't he, before all that shit.
I don't believe any shit about anybody anymore because most of these people make stuff up half the time. Especially if it involves Liverpool Tracy, the poor thing.
What's your take on all this, G? What are you taking notice of it all?
I don't really take note of it, mate. I can't be arsed with it. As soon as I see like shit kicking off, man, I'll just leave the chat. I can't be arsed. You know, I've got friends on both sides of the divide, man, and it's just like, you know,
the best way.
I can't bitch. You know, I get on with you, John, and I also get on with Genghis, and I know you two don't get on. You know, but you know, I can't be tuned with all the arguing, man. It's pointless.
I've not crossed swords with Benji, or well, what do you call that guy? Genghis Khan. I've not crossed swords with any of them guys since I blocked the whole lot of them. I just don't be bothered with them anymore.
I mean, even in here, G and Sean, when you and Genghis were in here, it was all right though. You sort of forgot about it for the time that you were in here.
Yeah, that's right. I've got nothing against Genghis apart from the fact that we made a pact at Christmas and he broke it and blocked me on 4 channels, and that's okay because I've now blocked everybody on those 4 channels, so it doesn't make any difference. I couldn't care less. I like the cause. The only reason I come on was I always do this every night to fly me to the moon for another excellent quiz.
Yeah. Let's not use you as an example there, Sean. Like, but you know, it's there's loads of things, and I just can't. Like I say, I just can't be arsed with it. I've got bigger fish to fucking fry than having fucking shit on YouTube, man.
Yeah, well, it's the same with me at this time of the year now. This is my time for going in the garden, you know. So I'd be on it a lot less. And as far as all the
videos last week, Sean, what brought that on then? The little walk around the garden. It was quite funny, like with the Eddie Hearn stuff.
Oh, that was a bit daft. Yeah. No, I'm just going to chronicle how, you know, a lot of people live in cities. They don't have gardens, so that's the garden all overgrown, and they're going to see it dug up, then they're going to see it planted, and then they're going to see it in fruition. You know.
Simple as that. Right. So this is like a cereal, is it? Series, is it?
That's
a hobby of mine, actually. You know, I bet
Sean's got a secret grow on go more like. I bet his frigging biggest ganj dealer in frigging Ireland.
No, people keep telling me in my tomato hut they're saying grow some ganja. I don't fucking bother with that stuff.
Yeah, whenever you see tomato grows, you can guarantee there'll be some weed grows close by.
Do people still say ganja? Ganja, you just don't hear it anymore, do you?
No,
Ganja.
ganja.
Great word as well.
Old
Great
school.
word.
So,
What's a
Are
proper?
you still enjoying it though, G? Are you still enjoying YouTube, G?
I spend less time on YouTube, but like I say, I've just been busy with work now, so I've just got other things going on at the moment. Well, yeah, I still, speak to Daryl, speak to you, speak to Scouse.
Daryl got me on the Liverpool. I was in a chat and he was taking bets with somebody. Maybe it might have been you. I don't know.
Yeah,
For United.
I've seen that.
And I said, listen, Daryl, I don't bet on that. He says, oh, come on. And he gave me 2-1 or something. I says, no, all right, then a tenner evens, So I had to pay him in coffees, so I did immediately after the match. Fair and square, 7-0. You can't really argue, can you?
Yeah. I think it was Slim, wasn't it?
Yeah, it might have been Slim, man.
Slim lost
Yeah,
30 sniffs, I think. Slim lost.
Fact notifications on the bandwagon now. Bet he's changed some length in that garden. Dear, oh dear. You're better than that, Fact. Fact, when you have to start copying Big Vlad lines, you're in trouble, son.
Oh, brilliant.
You'll be riled now. You've had it now, John. You've had it.
Huh?
What was I going to say there, though? What were we on about?
Any word
the channels, weren't we?
Trolls? There's no word of fighting trolls, is there?
I've heard he's on. I've heard he's in Turkey, I think, or somewhere like that.
I think the lad's working.
Well, the season's just hasn't it. It hasn't even started yet, is it, in Turkey and that the holiday season?
No, but he was working on the roads, that tarmacking and that carry on, So he should be. It'd be good for him, wouldn't it? Better work.
Can you imagine Pablo though doing an 8-hour shift?
Well, you saw that long-tailed shovel of mine in the garden. I doubt if Pablo could do a lot of the old long-tailed shovel digging.
Pablo just get bored. You just get bored too easily. Like he'd be messing about all the time.
It'd be all shapeless. You have to have the right shape about you for that kind of work.
I think I'll be honest, right? I think Venice, after the 2 weeks with Paul, was ready for the fight to be over and that. You know what I mean? Because he's a handful. He's a handful, Pablo. Like,
oh, he's stone mad. I thought Venice was going to slap him during this sparring thing.
I think when he did get in, if Venice got in with him, Venice will have put him in a few of them just for his behaviour and that.
Yeah. You never hear anything of that fella either anymore.
He made a little comeback though, I thought, a few weeks ago. Started doing videos and that again, but
yeah, I used to follow Paul Venice and then he vanished.
He's one of them, Paul. I think he'll just pop up again, Like, I think he's itching for a fight this year, but I don't know. I don't know who with. I know he's going to the gym and all that. I
do like listening to Danny. I like listening to Danny Christie. I think he's sensible talking man. That.
Yeah, I don't know. He's fighting on April the 22nd in Leeds on this BKFC. The one in Leeds.
He's just creeping up in age, and you have to get these fights in before you get too old, with that carry on.
Yeah, he's only got a couple more in it, but I'm
just
sure.
I hope he doesn't get his head busted or something, because that sometimes happens to them guys as well.
Oh God! I mean, anyone who could take 3 of them uppercuts that he finished that lad off with. I mean, he was still stood up, the lad.
Yeah.
And he took a proper.
Where's he fighting? Is it Armourers?
I'll find out for you, mate. It's all advertised on Danny's channel. BKFC. I think it's 42 or 43 they've done now, and it's in Leeds. I don't know. They've been getting crowds. They've done the O2 at Wembley, but I think they're getting like 5,000 between 5 and 10,000. So
But it's good. It's good that it's legal, isn't it? And there's some safeguards. Have you ever seen the fella McCrory from up your way fighting?
Who?
McCrory, he was called, a black-haired guy.
Yeah.
What? Gypsy McCrory was called.
Oh, right, a gypsy. Yeah, I don't think I have, John, but
I think he called himself Gypsy McCrory, and boy, he looked a bit punch drunk the last time I seen him. I think he was interviewed along with Danny Christie. Nice enough fella, but you can only take so many patterns like that.
yeah.
Well, be hammering if they're getting 5 to 10,000 people. It's too small a venue. For 5 to 10.
Yeah, but in them days they were fighting in the hay bales. I mean, Jesus, man, there's no escape.
Oh, these are coming out like with songs and fireworks and all sorts coming for the walk into the ring.
Aye.
And the quality of it, like I got it. It was pay-per-view, but I'm not sure how much it was. I think it might be 15 quid, but there was loads of fights on. There was prelims. They were all free on YouTube.
Well, here's the thing.
And
What channels do you see these things on?
Well, I think it's ours was on like we've got Fire Stick, so it'll be different for everyone. But I think it was if you went on BKFC's channel, the site, it gives you like a link to the thing straight to the boxing.
Anyway, by the way, I think I've come up with a big cheat for your quizzes, right?
Yeah.
He admits it now.
No, I'm not admitting it. I'm telling you how other people do it. I'm telling you for the last time, all I ever use is an iPhone Mini. It's right in front of me here now. However, in the other room there is a laptop. So I think some people have the laptop, they have the iPhone they're going to type on, but they type into Google on the laptop. The minute they hear your question, they're typing, right?
Smithers is backstage, right where?
And the minute they see the answer, bang.
Sorry, bro. Yeah, is that what you're thinking, Sean?
I'm positive that's how they do it. Nobody can get the answers that fast, so many times. It's impossible.
You all right, fella?
However, I didn't say that when I won, did I?
But you know what? I did try to do a test the other day, and it didn't work very well. A few people got into it. I wanted everyone to put one in the phones, right?
Yeah.
And then press send after 3, 2, 1. Send. Everybody send the number 1.
Yeah.
And do it a few times, right? And if everyone presses at the same time, just to see if the same people come up first.
You
know, out of like 20 people or something. But you'd have to do it like properly and trust everyone's going to press it at the same time.
That's not the point I'm making, but that's going to happen anyway. Like, you know, you're going to get people arguing. Like, I thought I was first a couple of times tonight, but that's by the by. What I'm saying is they type the question into they've got 2 devices, right? So they type your question that, as you're saying it, they type it into the Google bar on a laptop or something. They see the answer, bang, they type it on the iPhone. Now, I'm fucked if I'm going to be bothered doing stuff like that.
Exactly. It's a bit much, isn't it, just to win the quiz, like?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It all depends on what connection you've got at the end of the day. You know, some people will be on 4G, some people will be on 5G, some people have direct, cable connection. Some people won't have it and whatnot.
Yeah, I agree. But what I'm saying is they can have 2 windows open at the same time. They can have.
They'll definitely have 2 windows open.
I can't do that. My wee stupid iPhone Mini 12 that I have in front of me, which you can.
If you're on a phone, you're in it. You're fucked. Basically, if you're on a laptop or whatever, you're all right because you can have 2 windows open.
To me, that's cheating.
Have you seen this idea from Slim? Right, you mentioned it to me last week as well. He said, do a quiz where you know that they have to Google the answer. You know, to see who's fastest at doing Google and reading it and putting the right answer down. It's a good idea, that, mate.
Yeah, but you would still have the same problem because people are on phones. We'll have to shut down YouTube, mate, to go onto Google.
Yeah, it's just about causing like uprest in it in the house and that. You know what I mean?
I'm not complaining about this because I've won a couple myself. However, I am astounded by how fast some people are. I'm not saying who they are, right? But
totally, yeah.
There's no way.
Totally, and-
There's no way they're on a phone. Not a chance.
You know,
Yeah.
next time you'll be asking everyone to do a fucking internet connection test, and then
Well,
we'll work out a
if Adam
calculation.
wins another one, if he wins another one, he's going to have to be handicapped. I think he's going to have to start a handicap system, like.
Yeah, like the horses.
Yeah, John, that was it. Cheltenham next week, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you where you sat in front of the TV all day, like, oh.
Did you see that one I did on my wee channel where
Yeah.
I commented on which of the lineman?
Yeah, where did you pick the 22-1 from?
Oh, God knows. I even forgot. It's that long ago. I thought it was Richard Johnson. It was Darryl Jacob that was riding Maljimar. Maljimar was a good enough horse. It was one of them also ran horses.
He had a double handful, didn't he? With a
double handful is that's right. The other thing is, look at it this way. Do you think if McCoy was on Maljimar, he'd be losing? I don't think so.
No.
I nearly messaged you other day, actually, Sean, because I had a 14-1 winner. I think it was in Benson.
Nice one, mate.
Thinking wrong time at 14-1. I was like,
Yeah.
It's nice. It's nice when you get one of them.
yeah.
So,
I think I might have told you in the chat, Flamey, but about 3 weeks ago, this guy walked up on a Wednesday, and he said to me, "I'd seen him knocking about a bit. He looked like a bit of a punter, you see."
Dave, I was just about to put you on solo there, you know, because you're being shy.
Oh, sorry, Dave.
Yes, look at that flag. Look at that flag. Who's that handsome chap in the purple cap lot? That was Ipswich away last season.
Dave auditioning for the new the new Football Factory film, isn't it? Look at him.
Oh, it says Lincoln City. I thought it said Lincoln Sausages on it.
Yeah,
Oh,
Lincoln.
yeah.
You know what? I've just realised that's Dave in the cap. I thought it was Dave in the middle there first.
Is it Dave?
There he is with the cap on.
Is that Smithers in the middle or not?
Let's have a look. What have I done here now? Oh, I've done something. Let me see if I can get you up. You might be stuck. Is everyone still there?
Yeah.
You know what? I've turned everything mad. I've lost my chat. I've clicked on the screen. Oh yeah, it's back.
Hey, fair play, Dave, on getting forklift license, dude.
Yeah, well done, buddy. Well done.
So you're starting to see the ball now.
Honestly, can you imagine? Can you imagine?
Over the last 4 years while I've been there.
Dave will be having forklift truck races and everything, won't he? You know, like
you can't make one of them. It's fucking really nippy. It wheel spins and everything.
Man.
That quick on it. Fuck that. I've already had one accident with it. Not since I've had my license. A few years ago. Took the.
Was you on the side when we asked Fly to do it and he won't do it?
What? Get on
I
the phone.
was on one of them today. Ours are brilliant. We've got the little truck ones, you know, with just the forks on, Dave. You stand on them and rev them up.
Yeah.
I once seen a kid acting the smart aleck. He was the boss's son, right? And he hopped off the forklift, you know, acting a wise guy. And guess what? It kept going right over the end of the fucking loading bay.
Yeah, I've seen them happen. There's been a few accidents where I work, like where trucks have gone back over or sideways. But mate, they take your legs off them.
Oh
they
yeah,
take your legs off just going round the corner. You don't even have to be going fast.
have you ever seen somebody acting idiot as well and taking down a whole rack of stuff by accident?
Oh yeah. There's some beauty videos on YouTube of that.
Yeah, but have you seen the size of that warehouse what the racking goes down in? It's like
Are we on about the same thing? Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it?
There's a couple, mate. There's a couple. One, he drives into it, and there's another one where he's pulling something down and it just collapses on top of him.
Yeah, not
The
funny.
whole factory goes, doesn't it? Like I've seen that one. Mrs.
What type of forklift do you drive then, Smithers? Is it just rear wheel drive ones?
Yeah.
Well, rear steered ones. because you can also get like four-wheel drive ones, can't you, and shit like that.
No, we've got a big
So-
fucking 4-ton one. That's
Are you going to pimp it up, Dave? Are you going to pimp it? Like, are you going to put some stripes on it? Like,
Oh yeah.
Louise says some stripes, and I reckon some flames, down one side, some flames.
Don't see why not. I'm sure I can get some stickers made.
I think you're taking a piss, Flamey.
I think I've got a bit of content for you there, Dave. Bit of content.
What's
Get
your
me
top?
some,
Pimp my truck.
What's
get
your
some
top speed,
fancy
Dave?
new stickers made, and I'll get them waxed all over it.
Yeah, get a Lincoln City badge, slapped on the side of it, or paint it Lincoln City colour.
Pimp my truck, Dave. There you go, son.
Pimp my truck.
Quality content for the next few weeks.
Here's
You
the
got the
quiz.
link.
Here's the quiz master now.
Hey up, Smith, hey.
Hey, what's happening? You right, Moon?
Yes,
Yeah,
Tim.
man, we're just
Good,
talking
good.
bollocks, aren't we? Talking bollocks as usual.
Yes, Sean, you good?
Yeah, Grant. Tell me, how's yourself?
All right. Good.
I don't
Yeah.
I don't really like slumming it down these low level quizzes, Tim. But I have to pop in to Flamey now and again.
No, of course you do.
We've
The
got to
best
slum
quiz.
it sometimes.
Just a shitty cute quiz. Mine's a
Yeah,
shit quiz.
Yeah, lower league stuff.
It's all the last, right, That's what
That's the way it goes, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Tim, thanks to your raid earlier on, Tim. I think I had 40 people in here, mate, at one point.
Oh, did you? Oh, tidy.
Which is
Yeah.
good. It's good for me, that, I'm happy with 40.
I'm
I'm
happy with that.
happy with 40, like,
Yeah.
steady away, because you
Yeah, it's
get
also
a good 50 in, Tim. You're getting a good 50 in every night now, mate.
Yeah, I find it a bit too much sometimes. Like I said, I'd rather be about 20 or 30 in there, but it is what it is,
Yeah.
But yeah.
These channels are doing well, steady. Anyway, lads, I'm going to go. Just come on as usual to thank Flamey to the moon. Always a gentleman. See you guys.
See you later on, Sean. Tell them when you grow up, man.
Help them as well. I want some
Davey
tips next week.
Smithers. Yeah, we'll try and pick one out for you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sean,
man, every day I want one.
Sean,
Yeah.
tell me.
Okay. See you.
Yeah, he's all right,
The
that
old
Sean.
ones are the best, Tim. The old ones are the best.
Yeah.
Have you seen any? Has anyone seen any good new names in the chat? Funny names.
Tim Smith going around.
Who?
Tim Smith, same as me. Tim Smith.
Is it?
Fucking
The other
right.
thing is Timothy Smith, though, for ages, hasn't it? Timothy Smith.
Yeah, Timothy Smith, he goes in the cesspit a lot.
Yeah, you'd think he'd change his name out of respect, though, wouldn't you, Tim?
Nah, they wouldn't fucking bother with that today. They don't give a fuck, excuse my French,
No
but
respect for you, man, for the mod father. No respect, man.
yeah, but this one that comes in mine is Tim Smith, and he only comes in and puts about 2 things in, and that's it, he's off again.
I tell you what, Tim, right? You've got to have respect for your avatars because they get better and better, mate. I love that one.
Yeah, I just Google them. What you do is just Google them, put well, obviously whatever team you want, and then just put logos, and then when it goes into Google, just put images, and it all comes up like that.
What
Sounds
you
a
want
bit
the
heavy,
screen
that.
flag? I can't see what it says.
Sounds a bit heavy, but they're always good, Tim. I know that. I know Tims are always good, like.
Oh, I'm actually on together.
Welsh
Yeah.
strategy, let's say.
What do you think, Dave?
Yay!
Yeah.
Are you not digging it like Dave, or what?
Mate, I'm not going to lie, I couldn't see that then. My eyes are quite bad tonight, a bit blurry.
Oh, we've been on the drink again, like.
No,
Been at the gym again.
no, I'm just knackered, mate.
You're not going to do that gin thing again, are you? Ever?
No. No.
You caused havoc. I'm not going to go over it, but you caused a bit of havoc that weekend.
That's what I'm here for, mate.
Did you see him the other day? He had a little bit of a rest, and then he thought, "Oh, I've had enough of this. I'm bored now. I'll just go into someone."
I think no. Let's get it right. I didn't go into him. Looking back at
What
it,
do you call
I
it
took
then?
that video down, because
I know I heard you on there. I heard
had-
you.
I had a bit
You
of
went
time to
all
reflect on it. and-
Dewey.
I missed this. Who was he going in on?
I had a few words.
Oh,
said
didn't you see it, man?
No.
He took it down now.
I've took it down, mate. I had time to, not because I was fucking bothered about anyone's reaction out like that, or it was just for the fact what somebody said to me in one of the comments, and that was, you can't get triggered and let one word define you now when you're not that person anymore, or something like that. And it's true, and that's something I've just got to work on myself. I get triggered too easily on here, and I end up fucking speaking out.
It's only because I suppose you've been through it yourself, haven't you? You know, when you know. Yeah.
Let's
got to be
be fair.
I shouldn't be getting triggered by people saying certain words.
And you know what, Smithers? People, it's only because you've got a good name on here, right? And they know they know that you're a good bloke and that. They know that you're my friend. So that's why you're getting sort of protection. You know what I mean? Like, not messing with him because he knows Moon. He's good mate for Moon. So I'm messing with him. That's right.
Hey, it's not as if I fucking put it up and then took it down straight away, is it? Everyone saw it. Do you know what I mean? And I jumped on his channel yesterday to address it. So
yeah,
I was shocked, mate. I was shocked. I'll be honest. I was surprised. Yeah, I didn't see that one coming, mate. But yeah, fair play, man. Fair play.
It had to be done, mate. I don't come here to fucking cause beef, mate. I'm not about that. Do you know what I mean? And it's true what that comment said. I shouldn't be getting triggered by certain words, because that's not me anymore. Do you know what I mean?
You're past that now, Smithers, man. You know what I mean? You're well past it now.
That's what I mean. I shouldn't be getting triggered like that. But that's me. I've always been an actions first and consequences later person. Do you know what I mean? And that was an example of that.
There. I've always been batty. That's what he was going to say there. I've always been a batty back in the day. Yeah, that's all I can describe you as, Dave, really. You're happy with that, though, aren't you? You're happy with that.
Yeah, I get more love than hate, mate. So that's all right with me.
Yeah.
Oh, Paperboy Johnno then.
Big up, Johnno. John will be at work on his break, just doing another 48-hour shift or whatever.
I was going to say, it's always grafting, isn't it?
Yes, Mick.
Tim, is that your microphone again? Sounds like you've got underwater.
Oh, don't set him off on his microphone, Moon.
You know, I thought these days were over.
Yeah, like, no worries. Right, listen, I'm going to jump off anyway, right? Take it easy, Moon. Yeah, Smithers and Vicky. All right,
see you later, Tim, lad.
To that.
Is that better?
I thought he'd got over them mic problems. Does he still put his phone in the fridge and that?
Yeah, it's just his laptop, I think, that is on, or his tablet. It's but he gets proper stressed out about it, you know, and it's just like,
yeah, that can't be ignored. That cannot be ignored.
Is that
For
better?
a man who's doing 3 lads a day, he's got to have his sound right, man.
Oh, you're on about Tim?
Yeah, man. Yeah, you were all right. You were safe there, man.
Just blowing me mic out then on my phone, you fucking bell end.
It was just the talk. It's just the talking we didn't like when you talked and that. I just didn't like that bit.
Shut me up.
So, are you been on your new fork truck or what at work? Is it yours? Like, is it like hands off to anyone else, or do you have to share it?
There's 4 of us, isn't there? One of them's, well, I'm kind of teaching him to drive it at the minute. One passed his license the other day with me, and one already had his license. So there's a few of us use it, but there's 2 of them. Got 2 trucks.
So, are you gonna like come in early and clean it and that? Like, give it a
No, I'm
buff
off
up?
up, mate. I'll wait till there's no timber, and then I'll get the jet washer out, pressure washer.
Well, that's what I meant. Same thing, innit? Like, so you got to take a bit of pride in it, I reckon. You have to do safety checks on them every morning, you know.
Mate, I do that anyway.
Yeah. Do you not fiddle them?
Mate, listen to this. I do safety checks on the forklift. I do all the fire checks on the fucking extinguishers and the alarm and everything like that. I'm first aid fucking qualified there, as well as like overseeing the yard and unloading all the lorries and shit like that. Paperwork, and they get a fucking lot out of me thinking about it.
Yeah, but you have got your own bed there, though, haven't you?
Yeah.
And that
Just
toilet
imagine-
seat's always warm.
It's just straight
Just
glass
imagine
milk.
getting the life off Smithers. Fucking hell.
Exactly, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
This is a man who...
it's not fair though, is it? Because I do all that and then I come home, the wife's at work, I've got all the kids to sort out, feed, bath, homework.
Let me tell you this, right? Did I see you say this week that you got caught doing something off your boss? Was it having a joint or something?
No.
You got caught doing some work off the boss. I seen it in a comment.
Yeah.
And I meant to tell you what happens there.
Having a crafty fucking ciggy in the toilet.
I've done all fire checks. I was having a fucking bog.
You know what the funny thing about it was? I shouldn't laugh because I didn't get in trouble. He just said, "Don't let me catch you doing that again." Right,
That's embarrassing, mate. I'd have gone, mate.
I was sat on the toilet, right, with the seat down. Obviously, I had my fucking kegs up, and I was watching a live, and I had the volume that loud on the live while I was smoking that I didn't even hear the fucking electric gate open, and he just come walking straight in, and I'm just sat there on the bog smoking.
No way, man.
Oh, fucking idiot, mate.
There's embarrassing things, isn't there? We've all been there, man.
Fucking.
There was a lad at work, right? A lad at work, no lie, he's a proper horrible thing, right? He doesn't work there anymore now. I had loads of chew with him. But anyway, he was walking up the stairs to the cloakroom, right? So there's lockers all the way down, like clothes lockers, and then the cloakroom on the left. And it's just a painted wall with like the offices. And anyway, he was walking up the stairs, right? He picked his nose like that, right? He had a massive like cornflake on his finger, wiped it down the wall, right? But what he didn't see was the boss was stood about 5 foot behind him when he done it. And you know what? He put an email out. The boss went about half an hour later, put this email out. And it was saying that this lad, Brian, he was called, had to go and clean his own bogey off the wall. Hilarious, man. It was absolutely hilarious. I don't think he come back from that. Like, he had to go and clean it. He had to go and pick it off the wall and that.
I think you need to highlight that Mick Johnson comment, mate.
Sorry, mate. That one.
No.
Exactly, Mick. This is what we're dealing with, right? This is the man who just got a 150 pay rise, 150 an hour pay rise.
Go up to his next comment.
For risking the whole factory for the sake of a ciggy. You know what I mean? You planning on jumping on? Yes, boy. Tomorrow, well, I'm pretty sure that I would set one up just for that, but I'm not putting the pressure on that. But yeah, definitely.
No, that was.
Yeah, Jono's mentioned it before, but Jono's been coming in here since day one as well. But there's some people who'll never go on a panel, isn't there? There's people that you could pick who, like, you know, if they were going to now, they would have. You know what I mean?
You didn't tell us about this, Moon.
About what?
That highlighted comment. When did that happen?
Oh, that one. You know what? That is the one thing that's never happened to us. Because I wouldn't come back from that. I wouldn't come back from that. We've all seen the In-Betweeners, haven't we? We've seen the In-Betweeners movie. Where he's got the flip-flops on and all that, and the snorkel.
Just imagine getting caught fucking knocking top off one at work.
Oh, work. Oh, man. Luckily, I've never been caught. Like, I've been lucky I've never been caught. Like. Yeah, it's like some people do it though, don't they? Get away with it. This is how daft they are, right? I would have said this before Dave told me that he got caught smoking. I couldn't even remember that it was smoking. I thought I did know it was in the toilet, right? But this is how daft they are where I work. It's a smoke-free like plant. You can't even smoke. There's a little smoke, but that's it. We get a lot of agency workers, and they go in the toilets, and there's only 3 cubicles, right, and a urinal, and they go in there skinning up and expect no one to smell it, or go in and have a fag. But they're giving it this, coming out like this.
Can the links out the bag?
Yeah.
Oh, no one will know. No one will smell it. You know what I mean? Honestly. The amount of times I smell green, like going up to their cloakroom, is like unbelievable.
Yeah, do you know what the worst thing about it is though, Fly? When you smoke weed, it kind of clings to your clothes as well, so the smell stays with you.
Doesn't
and
it?
For people who don't smoke it, it's easily smelt. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, you can smell it a mile off.
Yeah, you can. There's no mistaking it. But I've got to jump
That's
off.
the one thing about green, isn't it? That's the one thing that, like, Louise doesn't like the smell of it. If you don't like the smell of it, you're basically fucked, aren't you? It sort of makes her feel like bad, you know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
I'm gone.
Oh, you're off, Smithers. See you later on, fella.
I'm off, mate. I've got to be up at
you're
6.
off, mate. All right, fella.
Great quiz, mate. I'm fucking well chuffed with third.
I know, yeah, I don't know how he did that, but well done.
Yeah, a bit of bias stuff there between you two there.
And on that note, love everyone. I'll speak to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
See you later, Smithers.
Yeah,
I thought Louise was a chonga with you as well.
No. I mean, she's still into her rave music and that, and she likes all the dancey stuff and everything, like a lot more than me. Like, I like trance music and that, you know, from the 90s, like. But she likes a little bit more hardcore, like.
Yeah, I'm more trance myself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, I was a bit of a pill freak, so.
Oh yeah, we were like. Well, I was Louise a little bit, but I was like as bad as you get. A bed, like, used to absolutely love them. You know what I mean? We all did. If you grew up in the 90s.
Oh, best time ever, wasn't it?
The 90s, man, was unbelievable. Everyone had money in that, didn't there? And everyone went out. And you never thought about, like, the cost of food or anything. You know what I mean? You're too busy off your head or enjoying yourself.
Yeah, you ever find because obviously you're a smoker and Lou, every time you have a smoke, you have to go, like, fucking wash your hands, fucking mouthwash, and, like, put loads of deodorant on to try and hide the smell of fucking green.
Green, 100%. I won't smoke it anywhere. Like, dear Louise, really, the green, because I know that she really doesn't like it. But cigarettes, you know what? She stopped smoking. Louise did pack in smoking, well, she has anyway for years now. And she used to smoke like, at least 20 a day, and it was costing her a fortune and that. And obviously, it's bad for you, though. But she has packed in, but she does do a lot of vaping. Like a hell of a lot of vaping. She'll admit it, you know, it's like a friend, you know, which is what it is like. Have you got a vape? Have you done the vape?
No, I'm. In fact, funny you should say that. I've ordered one. I need to get back on it because like I say, I'm going in gym more now, so I need to pack in. I'm smoking 20 a day, easy. It's like 300 quid a month, just on fucking 6.
Mate, you know what? I've smoked all my life, but I've never ever been able to smoke like 20 a day unless I was like going out, unless I was out at a party. But just normal through the week, I'd find it hard to smoke 20. It's a lot, innit?
Well, I think it's because it's easy because I'm working from home. You know, I can just go for a fag break whenever I want.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's, yeah, but do you reckon over the last 10 years more people have like packed in smoking like than ever before? Do you think it's still going that way?
Well, I think it's just been taken over by vaping, to be fair. I know people that, you know, didn't even smoke at all, mate. Started vaping stupidly, and then they stopped vaping and started smoking. It's like, why did you start vaping in the first place? Giving yourself, you know, nicotine addiction.
Oh. Who's beeping there? Is that you?
Yeah, it's me. Fucking phones. I need a new phone, mate. I've had this phone that long. The charging port on it. I need to get it seen. To be fair, or to get a new.
Sounded like an Atari game that I used to have, you know, tennis, where you used to remember that. You know, I remember that game. It was just like you moved the thing left and right and hit the ball and went off the wall and they like
Pong.
Broke it, you know what I mean? Remember that?
Yeah, Pong, I think it was.
Oh, the Pong, mate. Ataris. Crazy,
Yeah, first console I ever had, that thing. I loved it.
He's a one for you, right? You know when you had your interview for your new job?
Yeah.
Did you do it online? Was it a video interview or did you go there?
Video interview.
Yeah. My son is at the minute, he's not happy with his job. He has been happy with it for ages, right? So he's been applying for loads of other stuff. And I was talking to him last night and we were just talking away, right? And then I just said, well, when's your next interview? He went, oh, Dad, I had one this morning. He said, I couldn't believe it, right? He said, I got up, but he said it was 9 o'clock. He got up at 8:30, right? And he'd arranged to start his own job a bit later, like not telling them. And he said, every interview he's done, and he's done a lot over video calls. He said, but he went on and there was 15 people on this Zoom call, right?
Jesus.
And all the faces were there. They were all there. The interview bloke, 2 of them were there, and they went to each person and interviewed them while the others were all watching.
Yeah, that's got to be a bit intimidating. That when I did mine, I had 6 on mine. It was like having a
could they all hear what you were saying? Could they all hear what you were saying?
Yeah, they could all hear what I was saying. It was like having a committee.
That's a tactic, isn't it, by them to see, because it was digital marketing, you know, over the phone and stuff. They just want to see how you handle it, don't they? You know what I mean?
He do all right, innit?
He said, right, out of 50, he said, Dad, 15, there was 15 of us, he said, 5 of them, you couldn't even pronounce the name. He said, so they were out. He said, they were out straight away. He said, there was 3 people who were muted and couldn't unmute themselves. They literally didn't know how to unmute themselves. They must have been the first Zoom call they've ever done, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they were out. So that only left out of 15, I think they left 8 or 9 of them. And he said the others were half decent. But the bloke rang him back straight away when he finished. He rang him and started asking him loads of questions about his hobbies and all that. So that
bodes well for him.
He likes working from home, you know what I mean? He doesn't like getting himself to work and that. Like, I was always taking him to work and shit. And he wouldn't get the bus and that, you know what I mean? I don't know why though, mate. Like, I was never like that. I got the bus everywhere, mate. I never asked for anything, like, off your mum and dad and that. And he's the opposite, man. He's mad.
It's just this generation, mate, for you, you know.
I do it for him though, and that's what like people say. Oh, will you do it?
Yeah, that's right. You bow down to it. If you said no, mate, what would he have to do?
It's hard not to, you know what I mean? It's hard not to, man.
You're a soft touch, and he knows it.
I think you know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So,
Right.
have you got a holiday booked this year? I think you have,
Yeah.
haven't you?
End of month, I'm going to Scotland. I've got a log cabin booked on west coast of Scotland. So I'm having a nice long weekend there. And
Are you going abroad though? You go to see your brother, is it?
Well, to be honest, I haven't spoken to the family in over a year. To be fair,
Well, is that odd?
no, it was my choice. I can't be chilled with all hassle with them all. To be fair,
Yeah.
but I'm hoping to try and get out to Spain or something. I need a warm holiday.
I know. Yeah, I've heard that like double the price though, aren't they?
Prices have just rocketed. You can go to Turkey though. Go to Turkey, well cheap.
What, in summer?
Yeah. In some place in Turkey, it's like half the price of Spain.
What, a package holiday or making your own like way and all that? You know, doing everything on the cheap. It's hard work.
It is hard work that, but yeah, these are all like what is it? Full board or all inclusive holidays.
Yeah. The other way forward, like all inclusive, it isn't really like it's pretty new still, isn't it? Don't you think? It hasn't been around for that long, has it? 10, 20 years or something. It was always self-catering, wasn't it? Everything was self-catering.
Oh yeah, but back when we was kids, yeah, definitely it was all
I've never heard of it all
Yeah.
inclusive, where you could just go to the bar and get what you wanted. Imagine being a kid. What it's like now, just go and get what they want. It's the way forward, like.
Yeah. But sometimes we all inclusive, mate. The fucking ale that you can only get is absolutely shit.
It is like it's got to be, hasn't it, for the way like I've seen people go in and order like 20 pints, at like 12 o'clock because it's going to close, and they'll just do you 20 pints.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all bullshit, man. Like, if you get a vodka, it's not like Smirnoff or out like that. It's some fucking terps basically out of a fucking bottle.
But when you think about it though, even the food and that, everyone that I've been to, right, the food has been like amazing. They've been like Tui, Thompson, is it? Tui.
Yeah.
And my mum swears by them and she goes on some holidays, believe me. But the food and that was unbelievable. When we went to Ibiza for my brother's wedding about 5 years ago, and it was unbelievable. We paid about 600 quid for 10 days, all inclusive.
Well, if you like seafood and that, Spain's a place to go, innit? I'm not big on seafood.
Yeah, I'm not like, it's not like for the cuisine. I just mean like it was good though if you like that type of stuff. They had everything different 3 times a day, and you think to yourself, how the hell are they making any money here? Honestly, the food gets wasted and that.
Because of all fucking English and Germans that go to these places, mate.
You know what? All the holidays I've ever been on, right? I've never ever had the German thing, where it's been loads of Germans in the hotel.
Yeah.
Never ever. Nah. I must be the only person who hasn't like had a fight over like a sun lounger. Never had the German thing. I've been to all Tenerife, Gran Canaria, all them, Spain, and never ever had the German thing. But
I have to admit, I love Tenerife. Tenerife was mint.
Mate, what was it called? The place, where they all went. It was Lineker's bar there, wasn't there? But the whole place was called something, wasn't it? It was Las Americas, wasn't it?
Yeah, Las Americas. I went to one that was close to the water park. Oh fucking hell! What's the water park called?
I can't even remember what the place is called. Where all the bars are. What's it called?
It's Where you're thinking of is Las Americas, though. I think we said in something like Laza Blanca or something like that.
Yeah. Gran Canaria was all right as well, but it was on a hill, wasn't it, Gran Canaria?
Yeah.
And if you were at the top, all the good shit was at the bottom. So if you were at the top, you got on your coach from the airport, and you were like, "Oh, please don't be on the top." Because you had to make your way down there every day to get to the beach, and it was like a taxi ride.
Yeah. It's all right going down, but if you fucking walked it and coming back up, Jesus, you fucked.
But it's good Gran Canaria. It was bouncing back when we went, like in the 90s. You know what I mean? But I don't know what they're like now. I don't know what Tenerife's like now. Couldn't imagine.
I would love to go back to Ibiza. I don't even know what Ibiza's like now. San Antonio's obviously was just in '90s was just savage. It's just one strip in it basically.
Yeah, you know what? Of all like the hardcore, like doing whatever, everything, pills and all that. And I never ever wanted to do the Ibiza thing. You know, the like full on 24 hours a day thing. I couldn't do it. It might last one day, and then I'd look like a right sado, just knackered all the time. You know what I mean?
I couldn't do it now for what I did in my 20s. Just everywhere is fucking like stupidly expensive. Like just to get entry into what club was it?
Are they still like
Manumission?
It was like still going like.
It was like nearly €30 just to go in. Well, dear.
People paid though, didn't they? People paid it and didn't care. You know what I mean? It was like, you know what the best thing about Ibiza was? That they still won't admit that there's drugs in Ibiza, will they? They say, oh yeah, Ibiza's all about the music and that, but we all know what Ibiza's about. But they'll never ever, you never hear them admit it. You know what I mean?
Well, let's have it right. It was built on a criminal infrastructure, wasn't it? Really, it's where all your ex-cons went was Ibiza. Now that place is now moved to Marbs. You know, they're all in Marbella. It like changes every decade, doesn't it? Places to go. You know, it was Ibiza in '90s. In '80s it was Benidorm, and then it was Ibiza, and then it was, like I say, now it's Marbs.
It was all the Greek islands, wasn't it? Kavos and
yeah.
What was it? What was the other one? Zante.
Yeah, Zante.
Then there was Cyprus. Everyone was going to Ayadapa, weren't they?
Oh, where did I go? I didn't go to Ayia but I went to the one at the bottom, Coral Bay. I can't remember what district it sits in, but the Cyprus was good. I like Cyprus. Shit beaches, but apart from that.
One sec, G. One sec, there.
All right, fella.
I'll just grab a drink. One sec, there.
What, you going to go make a brew, or are you doing one of your half pints again? Has he got a Leeds United top on fucking coat hanger there?
Look, man. What are that?
You heard that though, didn't you?
Oh, I did. What was that other place where everyone was going as well? Not Cyprus. Have you been to Bulgaria?
No, I haven't. I know a few people that have. They said it's absolutely freaking mint. I actually knew one guy. They call it the New Spain now, don't they? Bulgaria. He enjoyed it that much. He invested in Bulgaria. He bought a fucking house for $8,000. And I tell you what, he's making an absolute killing on it. It's paid for itself within a couple of months. That place.
Oh, it's super cheap. Like, I don't know what it's like now. This was This was a good few years ago when I went. But I think I paid something like £280 for 10 days. And it was like, because it was right at the start of the season, but honestly, it was brilliant, all inclusive. And it was red hot, proper red hot.
Croatia's meant to be good as well, and Hungary, actually.
Well, you know, Yugoslavia, right? There is no Yugoslavia now, is there? It got broke up, didn't it? Into
Yeah,
Croatia.
Serbia and Bosnia.
Serbia, yeah, Bosnia. Because that was a bit mad, all that, like, wasn't it?
Oh,
That war split a country up. That bloke, who was it? Slobodan Milosevic or something.
Yeah, he got put to egg, didn't he?
Basically split a country up into about four of the countries, didn't he? Yugoslavia, like, that wasn't even that long ago, that was it?
No, the bitterness is still between the two countries, you know, is rife. It's all to do with religion, isn't it? It's all, I think, is it Serbia's majority Muslim?
Yeah.
And then Bosnia's the, like, Roman Catholic type of side of it. But yeah, fucking rife is the conflict between them still today, like.
That was a terrible war, that, you know, that was like, no one knows how bad that was, really, you know what I mean?
No, not unless you know, got pals that was in the army at that time, mate. Because then the UK went in and did most of the fucking fighting, didn't they? It was kind of like another Northern Ireland, but not close to home.
Yeah, but it's one, you know what? I like the Northern Ireland films, right, about the Troubles and that. And, but it is one thing that I don't really know enough about, you know what I mean? I need to watch right from the start. Like, I know what it's basically about. You know, the Catholics and the Protestants and that, but I don't know. I think I'm not that clued up to, like, make to have a debate on it, you know what I mean? But I'd like to.
That's basically what it is, mate. It's down to religion. Or you could add in there as well, you know, the fact that Ireland is not Ireland anymore.
Well, it's English, isn't it? Northern Ireland's English, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And that's what some people don't like, is that, you know, Ireland should be Ireland and not Northern Ireland.
I tell you, where's a mad place where I'd love to go? Gibraltar, because that's English, isn't it? It's like an English rock, isn't it?
Oh yeah, everyone speaks English in Gibraltar. Another nice place was.
It's owned by England, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like a tax haven for us, isn't it?
It's a crazy place. I don't even know where it is. Would you know where it is on a map?
Yeah, it's near bottom of Spain, top of Africa.
Is it off the coast of Spain?
Yes, and off the coast of Africa.
So how far off the coast is it? How do you get there? Like,
oh fuck knows. It's where you know where the bottom of Spain kind of almost touches the top of Africa.
Yeah. Oh, is that where it is?
It's round there. It's a major port thing.
Oh, Shirley says it's shite. I've seen they did a police program there, you know, on telly, like a series following the police in Gibraltar. They were basically just English coppers, and they'd all come over from England and that, you know, and I don't know. I don't know even how big Gibraltar is, like from side to side, how many people are on it or what.
Oh, it's tiny.
Is it?
Yeah, it's absolutely tiny.
Is it expensive though to live there? Could you buy a house there, or is it all like you're on a wait list or something? Or...
I don't know actually. It's a bit of a tax haven, like I say.
Jamie's got some family there, like the bookie. He's a bookie. Yeah, I bet they're living their life though. It's warm there, isn't it? It's got to be warm, surely.
Oh, it's red hot. I like
Yeah.
Malta as well.
Oh, you know what? Malta's got a bit of a boring tag though, hasn't it?
It has got a boring tag. It has got a boring tag, but it is a very nice country.
It's like somewhere where you expect your grandparents to go in it. I don't know.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say
that's just the impression you get off Malta. I don't know why they need to change it. You know what I mean? It might be brilliant, but yeah, that's like going back in time. But I tell you, where's horrible? Tunisia is by far the worst place I've ever been. So like horrible, the people there, like the blokes and that. If you go with a woman, you're fucked. You're going to have a fight. You know what I mean? No issues.
the only reason I will never ever go to Tunisia. I used to. You remember when there was that mass shooting on the beach?
Yeah.
In Tunisia. One of the ladies that I worked with was on that beach and she got killed.
Really?
And that's the only reason why I won't go there.
I mean, it's a one in a billion, isn't it? That it's not. It's like you're so. It's unlucky for whoever was there, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's one of them. No one's seen that coming, but I know what you mean. It would put. I bet Tunisia went right downhill like for years and years. Nobody's going to want to go there, are they?
You see, I would like to do Egypt, but I've heard loads of stories about Egypt. Like you literally just don't go there, basically. But I'd like to go see all historical stuff. But they said
that's the real Egypt. You know, when people talk about Egypt, right? It was the place to go, but the way I see it was, unless you're going to the pyramids or that type of Egypt, a plane could land you somewhere. You get a bus, it takes you to a complex, and you don't leave the complex, and you could be anywhere in the world. It's just people said, "Oh, Egypt's brilliant, it's brilliant," but I don't know. I'd love to see pyramids and all that. Fun, damn right.
My brother's been to Mexico, but he said don't go to Mexico. He goes because you basically have to stay on the hotel's resort. If you go outside that, you're on your own.
Exactly. Just before I forget, it's you, isn't it? Who's got a bucket list, isn't it?
Yeah. I want to try to do as many seven wonders of the world as possible.
That's the one. You think you'll do it, like?
Over time, yeah, probably. Obviously, seeing Great Wall of China might be a difficult one, though.
Is that going to be the most expensive, like?
It'll be most expensive, but it's if they'll fucking allow you in.
Right.
It's fucking China, isn't it?
Yeah, that Great Wall of China, right? That is like, how could you even explain that? How can you explain like how big it is and that? You can see it from the moon, can't?
Yeah, you can see it from the moon.
I mean, how do you even go about starting like build something like that? It's just beyond belief, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd definitely like to do China though.
Oh, it's got to be an experience, China. I know quite a lot of people I know someone who lives in Singapore, and I know a few people who've been to like the Far East, you know, like Hong Kong, and it's just like they say it's brilliant, but I don't know.
Yeah, he's very much of these fucking. He goes on these backpacking holidays, and he went to Asia, and he did Vietnam, Thailand, all those like smaller countries around there, and he's like, oh, you want to go do it and do these. And I'm like, if I go on holiday, I'm an hotel slag, mate. I have to stay in a nice hotel. I cannot be fucking shitting in a hole, fucking beside a fucking river or something. That's not me. Not at all.
Well, even when you were younger, you must have slept in some alleyways and that, man, when you were in Shagamuff. You been to Shagamuff?
It's been Shagamuff, yeah.
It wasn't good to say, man. Like, as you get older, obviously, you need a nice bed and that, don't you? And you want a bit of peace when you get to bed.
Yeah, I
Is
couldn't
that
do
what
that.
you think?
Yeah, I couldn't do that now. You see, in Magaluf, it was easy. You could go just keep on beach if you want.
I know, it was crazy. That place.
But no,
There's some good shows about Magaluf. Have you seen it? The one where they follow the banged up abroad and shit like that. You see that's exactly what it's like, though, isn't it?
yeah,
It's just like, why the hell would you want to go and work there? You know, you wouldn't have the energy. I don't know anyone. You know, the reps. How mad are all the reps? Or
they're
how
all
mad
fucked in Napa.
all reps. The first thing on the application form is, do you need less than 2 hours sleep a day? And like, because that's all you're getting in it.
Yeah, I couldn't do that, me. Not a chance.
I mean, it's all about the perks, isn't it? That's the way they portray it, you know, a lad over there. He's basically just bloody shagging in knee for 6 months or 4 months. That's the image that the reps portray, you know what I mean? I think it's still happens now. You're always gonna need reps.
Right, I'm going to have to dash my phone.
Yeah, man, no worries, mate. Nice one for that, mate. Nice one for
All
that,
right,
mate.
nice speaking to you anyway. I'll catch up with you soon.
Yeah, will do. Nice one, bro.
All right, bro. See you later.
See you later, pal. Yeah, man, what time are we on? 20 past 12. 20 past 12. We'll do another 10 minutes and we'll see what's happening. Yeah, you know what? It's gone like it's gone pretty much like perfect tonight. The quiz was good. Got through it pretty quick. A little bit of drama, you know what I mean? But yeah, just like ended it with a bit of chat and that. Just squeeze this one in. So I've just finished my shifts at work, but 100% over the next few days, Slim, I'm going to look into these membership things and do some, emojis, because is it Fighting Irish? Fighting Irish's channel, he's proper took the bull by the horns, and he's doing he's got his own avatar, his own little emojis now, Fighting Irish on it. It's if you know what you're doing in that, there's a load of stuff you can do with this StreamYard and stuff, and it's just little things like that in it. But I'm definitely going to do something over the next few days. And I've been banging on about this drone. I can guarantee you Friday will be a video, because I think it was Slim. I don't do videos, do I? I don't do videos anymore. Me and Louise, we don't. I think Louise is missing out as well. I honestly don't know why I don't do them. I think I think it was when I first started. That's what I started doing. I was doing like a recap thing, trying to do like talk about, just giving my opinion on stuff. And a couple of them did get. I think what I did about Pablo got 1,000 views. But then it's just like when you get in the lives, you just totally forget about videos. But definitely gonna do some on Friday. Friday will be a good one. So hopefully we'll video it, taking this drone out, and I'll show you exactly the first time that we get it out the box and try it. I'll just video it all, so you're seeing you're seeing us use it for the first time. You know what I mean? And we've got a few ideas and do that like on Friday definitely. Unless it's like a foot of store, 2 foot of store, which apparently it could be. I've heard. I was watching Jim there tonight because we're in the northeast, which is renowned for snow. If it's going to snow anywhere in the country, the northeast gets it like bad. But the last place you expect to see snow when you haven't got any is Portsmouth, where Jim is. Just caught a bit of his video there earlier on. I didn't even know he'd done it. Like I think it was about an hour from this morning when he's driving to work. And it's like there's about a foot of snow. So it's like the country's upside down or something. Is there a limit on your video, like of how long you can upload? There can't be, can there? Just because I know when I've seen Rob on YouTube Asylum, I've seen him put a community post out, like saying that his video's taken forever to upload. Every video like I've ever done, I think the longest one's probably 10 minutes, like uploaded straight away. And I know Jim's done ones where it's took hours and hours to upload. So he's done it at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and it didn't used to come out till like dinner time. That was because of how long it took to upload. But if you haven't seen Jim's live, go and check. Go and have a look. I think we all know Zeus, don't we? He's a complex character, our Zeus. He's well, I don't know. He tells it as is. You know what I mean? Just says as is. Don't get no bullshit. He's total joker. You know what I mean? He'll do anything for a wind up, but he still says what he thinks, and what he thinks is usually right. You know. And today he was just saying again how boring YouTube's getting. You know, I see him comment on a few things or share. I think it's COVID he's been watching. Fair play, like, you know, you might go to a couple of these lives where you have been before. You'll often see how Jim popping up. Zeus comments, by the way, I think everyone wants him, but that's his channel there. And we've like been mates for ages and ages. Going back to the pod ref, I think it was. But I don't know, just someone who there's only a handful who really get friends with, you know. But he doesn't come out to play much now, our Jim. But when he does, he usually comes in here or down. So when you see Jim about in a chat or whatever, he won't be about for long. So I'm just hoping he does one in the morning and he wasn't too bored, you know. Yeah, man, I think he's got nearly 500 subs again now, you know, because he got rid of his site. He got rid of his first channel. I think he nearly had, could be wrong, but I'm sure he was over 500. He was flying. And everyone loved Zeus on the panel there, jumping on a chat or on a panel even. Yeah, but then we know it just had a load of shit, didn't he? But you got to respect him just for his age, though, haven't you? You know, just to be doing what he's doing at his age, and that. Drinking the amount of whiskey that he does, that, you know. been happening anyway? Who's left here? I know there's other lives on tonight, but you know what? Quiz, everyone likes a quiz, and I'll only do them like once or twice a week now. All you want to do with a quiz, people like a win, don't they? People like you like to try to make it a bit exciting, maybe, I don't know. But even if you've got, like, Sean Wayne doesn't spend much time on panels now. If you get about a panel for 20 minutes, you're doing well, man. We'll get some tips off it next week, because believe me, Sean likes the GGs, but he will give us a few bangers next week, I can guarantee it. Legend, that's the word, mate. Probably watching this, ghosting, like eating what 10 things he eats. Squeegee things. I'll tell you what I've got to do this week. We'll finish on this one now. I've got to renew my car insurance this week. So I'm not a petrol head. Cars have never really been that important to us, right? And I've never been like boy racer or anything like that. I think I've had 2 bumps in my life, and up until I think it was 3 years ago, I was paying £300 a year, £300 a year fully comp, which was I'm totally happy with, you know what I mean. But I'd had a good like 8-9 years no claims. Anyway, it's gone from that to our traffic light 3 years ago. Woman in front of me went. We were stationary. She went to set off, but it hadn't gone green. It was the light on the other side, like to the left of her, went green. So obviously I went and I bumped into the back of her. I'm not even kidding. 5 mile an hour, little mark on the bumper. Got out. I said, "Oh, look, you're all right." And that she started crying and everything. It was ridiculous. It was one of them. We swapped insurance things and that. And then the very next day, I got a text saying that she was making a. She texted me saying that she woke up at next hurt and she was making a claim. And I've paid for it for the last 3 years. I'm going to have to pay for it again this year, like double what I normally pay. I think last year it was going to be over £1,100 or something like that. So because I just refused to pay £1,100, well, it wasn't a mistake because it saved me half the money, but I had to get one of these little boxes fitted. Honestly, mate, I cannot. For the first 2 years, it's like an app on your phone, but this little black box that you put in your car, mine's in my console where I put drinks. It's just there. I hate it because it watches everything. It knows how you're driving. It knows how fast you're going, and what you have to do. You get scored on your performance for that journey. I only used to go to work and back, but the first week that I got this stupid thing in the car to save me £500, I remember it saying that if you went below 60 on this score, they had the power to up your insurance depending on how you were driving. So I remember driving to work as like I was on a driving test, and I got to work and I looked at the app, and I had loads of faults saying I was cornering too fast. I was like, oh my God, what the hell have I got in my car here? It's like, knows everything. It's that you couldn't use your phone physically if you moved your phone, it knew that you were moving your phone in while you were driving. And I was really bad for that, I must admit. So it did stop me doing that. That was the only good thing about them little boxes. And as much as I hate them, I'm going to have to get another one. I'm going to have to keep it in for this year again because I'm not paying over £1,000 for insurance, not a 50 of them. Ridiculous, man. It is absolutely ridiculous. You go to these comparison sites, right? You get a quote. You look at the difference from the cheapest to even, I bet from the cheapest to the 20th or even the 15th cheapest, the difference is like between £5,000 and £10,000, where one company is charging you 500. Yet 10 companies down who've offered you insurance could be like £5,000, and how can they justify that when they're giving you the same cover? It's because there's nobody governing that. There's nobody governing the insurance. They can just charge what they want, and they just have their eyes out. I hate to be somebody. I hate to be a teenager now. Oh, Slim, mate, it is absolutely sad. Like, it's one of them things. But honestly, you have a little bump now. If it's your fault, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter writing when you're on the phone getting an insurance saying, "Oh, it was only a little bump." All it says is it was your fault. Doesn't matter how bad it was. You're gonna pay for it, basically. And even when you know claims protected, that doesn't even matter. It's all bullshit. Literally, it's cost that little tiny bump taking my eye off the ball for a second. Has probably cost me over the last 3 years like a couple of grand, £3,000 or something. It's just not a ball ache. And then council tax, that'll be going up again. And then to top it all off, it's supposed to snow tonight. What you doing now anyway, Slim, or anyone is, what? I haven't even looked if anyone else is live. God, Julian's live. Get some good numbers in there, and Slim, 152. Madness, that. Absolute madness. Oh, Purple Aki's on there. DJ Aki's on there. I haven't watched one of his yet. I know Louise watched him. Supposed to be quite good. Yeah, man, I always say alright to Aki. So I haven't seen you much like Slim lately. I haven't seen old mate Norris either. I hope Norris is alright. He did come back briefly, and we caught it. Me and Louise caught it, because you know what he's like with his random lives. And that's the last he's been on, I think. So does it? If you're listening, Nos, hope you're alright, mate. No, where's Dazza? Has Dazza been about, like, what? Has anyone seen Daryl Adams today? I think I seen him in the chat yesterday, just for 5 minutes or. Saying that, like, Slim, it was only Saturday night. He was on with us all Saturday night. When he came on, he said, "Oh, I've only got 20 minutes." Like 3.5 hours later, he's still there. You know what I mean? So can't grumble. Like, we've had a good few hours of the Daryl experience. But I know there's a lot of people like asking where he is and stuff. But I don't know. I haven't got a clue what he's got. I've got a clue what he's going to do to the live or whatever. Not a clue. Just never know, do you? There's been a few new people in tonight as well. I don't keep referring to Slim because there's only 7 of us in here now. It usually gets like this, then, doesn't it? But Shirley Keeler, well, I've not seen you in any of the chats. Like I know Tim brought a few people over, but been in for a while, mate. Nice one. Yeah, there was a few new people early on. No, a few mad ones. Few, they all like the quizzes. Yeah, I think I'll be. Where else do you go then, Shirley? Cheeky Sprite. You're off. Nice one. I'm still amazed by, there might be, I'll use Flavour as an example. There might be somebody who we have been watching for ages, like we just assume that everybody on YouTube, this side of YouTube, knows who they are. And then you'll go on Flavours and somebody will mention, say, you could use Sean Wayne as an example, right? So anyone who doesn't know Sean Wayne in this side must have been like living under a rock or something. But you can imagine being in Flavours chat and mention someone like that, Flavours saying, who are they? Who are they? And like you generally just know them. This still happens now, like where you think, how the hell don't you know them? But yeah, shock of the week. I'll finish on shock of the week. Was John Smith's alive as well. Finish on shock of the week was our mate, Batty Boy himself, Dave Smithers, turning up on Julian's panel, basically saying sorry for his rant and his video, which he took down. Absolutely batty behaviour there from Smithers, who was one Batty of the week. Yeah, Batty behaviour of the week again, Dave, for your appearance on Julian's. Fair play to you. I've got no problem with any of them, but I'll be honest. Shuffs, I'll always, as bad as it can be at times, like Shuffs, I'll always, like, I've had a bit of a soft spot for Shuffs, like, just from the early days. But yeah, man, we're all good over here. We don't get no shit, man, and like all the mods know the score. Right, I am gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna see if I can find this song. I'll probably get the wrong one because just crap like that. But if I've got the right one, I'll leave you with this.
Well, yeah, this is for all the losses, all the gangsta girls. Just remember, Buzzcocks losing. All the losses in the world, I think you're poor course. Even if you're rough as fuck, I still think you are low horse. Walls and take out Whitley Bay, all the funny is pure classy. I'll take you back to my house and fucking smash your pasty. I met this lass from Whitley Bay. I took her to me house cause she wanted to play. She was like, well, you're pure Raj. I was like, yeah, let her see her fudge. Cooks and tell us you always broke back but he said you didn't like it when he made your neckies walk. Gangster, gangster, I'm a pure lover. I wear the fucking wrong cause I think I know your mother. She used to be a dinner nanny at the high school. I think I made her put her, so that's kinda cool. She said, well, that's pure course. You can come back to mine cause you're proper lost. Well, I didn't stop rocking till the break of dawn. Now I take the fucking lot on my mobile phone. She was like, well, didn't show you mirrors. I was like, course I won't, man. All the lasses in the world, I think you're pure course. Even if you're rough as fuck, I still think you are low horse. Walls and take out with you, be all the funny, it's pure classy. I'll take you back to my house and fucking smash your pasty. Well, yeah, I met last from Walker Gate. She had a top-notch funny, there was no debate. She had no front teeth, but she was Bella. I took her for a date at me local bushella. I left her slips on me Spectra Gold. After a few minutes, her legs started to unfold. She ripped off her niggas like Hulk Hogan. I was like, well, you're pure smoking. I've never met a lass like her before who loved getting rooked on a bus stop floor. She said I'm not the first and I won't be the last, so I thought, well, fuck it, I think I'll have a blast. So I'm halfway through and she starts gang crackers, shouting out stuff like I'm gonna eat your knackers. She wanted me Benz, but I thought, fuck that, so I pulled out me knob and blotted on her back. All the lasses in the world, I think you're pure course. Even if you're rough as fuck, I still think you are low horse. Walls and take out with you, be all the funny, it's pure classy. I'll take you back to my house and fucking smash your pasty. Oh well then lasses, let's see who's all up on the dance floor. Flush your gear for the Lord.